humans of the internet. Welcome back to our Gallant Horde finale. We have reached Group 5 and are entering our 9th hour of this epic D&D stream. It's been a trip so far. All right, so each 2-hour session, we are doing a giveaway. The giveaway for this one is a copy of 14 Stones, which is the Patchwork Raven's latest book. It is fucking awesome, and I'm not just saying that because I edited and published it. It is actually one of the best books I've read in a very long time. So please type !shiny thing if you would like your very own copy of that beautiful thing. Yeah, I'm going to get these people to introduce themselves and their characters while I roll a potion of resistance for this round. Starting with Mike.
Good evening. I am playing Amnon, the Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. The Tiefling Aberrant Mind Sorcerer.
Lacey.
I'm Lacey, and I'm playing the Basra, the Lizard Folk Druid.
Trent.
Hi, I'm Trent. I play Chuck, Centaur Ranger Monk, Fey Wanderer with a follower of Astral Ways to boot.
Excellent. Matt.
I am playing Greth, who is a Gitzerai monk with a little bit of cleric in him.
Nice.
Just a little thing.
Lacey. Wow, I had to really think about your real name there for a second.
You're good. I play Miz, who is a fallen Aasimar sorceress with a little bit of rogue in her. And this is probably her last appearance with the Horde.
Yeah, probably. Because she's gonna die. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not. Anyway, Lionel.
Hi, I'm Lionel, and also for the last time, I will be playing Wazitum, the little orange chocolate chip vanilla cream pie cleric druid.
You guys have been here for a long time.
Yeah,
Cozy.
right.
All right, your potion of resistance for this segment of the game will be force resistance against force damage if the chat gives you a potion. So, as with all the other groups, if you've been watching, you are called to the throne room. All the groups, with the exception of Group 1, are there, designated into their groups, and each group is given a task. For most of them, it's a hold the line, keep the forces away from the circle task, but yours is a little bit different. You have been briefed rather quickly and told that your task is to secure the Fey courts. This means once Titania has teleported Oberon and his immediate entourage away, you are to move in, work out who is loyal, actually loyal to Oberon, and who is just worried about their own self-interest. Secure the space and the people for the lady's victorious return. So, when you are teleported into the Feywild, you find yourselves in the trees behind the building that is the Fey Court. It is only moments after Titania and Oberon have teleported out with their people, and you can hear the uproar start. There are voices shouting, there is the people yelling. As you watch, you see a couple of elves literally dive out of windows, and as they dive, turn into eagles and fly off. They're all flying off in a easterly direction. What do you want to do?
We have a group chat for 4 hours, just so we're all
Yep, cool.
clear on that.
Just gonna do this so that Greth can move himself.
Thank you.
Sorry.
All right, so that's
we
going
go.
to be interesting, you guys.
Should be good now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chuck will
Anybody good at diplomacy with nobility? I don't have a lot of that.
I have one shot at actually drilling into someone's brain and getting some useful information, but it's a one person, one shot.
Oh, I mean, I could do that too. I just talking.
I may have a way to get very good advice from someone who is very related to that.
Cool. That would be helpful.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Does anyone know what we're supposed to do with anyone who's loyal?
What does secure actually look like?
That's good, Fab.
You
for
would
this
have been
one?
told, if you asked that question in the thing, you would have been told
Okay.
that your task is to make sure that when the lady comes back, anyone who is actively her enemy has been handled.
Hmm.
How you choose to interpret that is up to you. And to try to establish which people are really just taking care of their own butts and which people are actually subscribing to all of Oberon's bullshit. That's the distinction you're trying to establish.
Okay. Should we try to go this way bluntly, or do you think we should try to do something a little more what's the word I'm looking for?
Subtle?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes,
I mean-
subtle.
If we're coming in shortly after everything's begun,
Hmm.
I don't think subtlety is going to be welcomed. I think the
Right.
best thing to do would be frank.
So we just go in there and say, anyone who's loyal to Ober, come at me, bro.
Raise your
I
hand,
mean-
please.
I'm
We
totally
certainly
down for that.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
only
if,
thing-
if we are sneaking around and being caught sneaking around, this will definitely put us in a bad light. So I would say we go in through the main door, acting as little aggressively as possible, and just trying to spark a chat. I wouldn't mind going first because most of them can't really hurt me anyway. So, plus I have a little bit of pizzazz, and he points at his purple suit that now dons a little white rose in one of his breast pockets.
I totally
Okay.
believe that. Let's go.
Let's do
All
it.
right. Is the main entrance the part on the top? Or
No,
is
the
it
main entrance is round the other side.
On the other
It's the
side,
side
okay.
Titania. Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we have a stroll on the side a little bit?
Cool. So you walk down around the building to the front?
Yeah, can we see like some people or animals nearby? On the outside of the
On the
the
outside.
building, I mean.
There
Yeah.
are no people on the outside, that's for sure. Everybody's inside. You can definitely hear a lot of shouting coming from the inside. People are not happy about whatever has just happened in this room.
Okay, so yeah, definitely walking down,
Hmm.
using the ruckus as a distraction.
Jax, I can't move me.
Oh, please hold. Oh, that's because you weren't here
Yeah.
when I did this.
Mhm.
Where are you? There.
Sorry.
My bad.
It's all good.
I can't move either.
Really?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. I
Okay,
just refreshed
Lacey-
thinking that was it.
You should be fixed. Why is Grace not
Yep.
working? Oh, wait. Do as you're told.
Okay.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, but most people don't comment on it so soon.
All right, people, are you ready for an entrance?
You should be good now, Matt.
There we go. I'm moving along. There we go.
Cool,
You
cool.
think the monk would be the fast one? He's trailing behind everyone.
All right, who is going in first?
I think Quasitum.
He cracks his fingers, kind of like shakes a little bit. And as he opens the door, he would use thaumaturgy to just raise his voice a little bit, saying, "Do not worry, we come in peace, we just want to talk." Hands in the air
Cool.
and just like taking a step forward.
As you step into the room, these two salamanders are going to move in. They both have like long spears, and they're going to literally just, "What do you want?" and like, "Brr, fire, fire." Do they speak a real language? Oh, do you
Good.
speak Ignan?
I happen to do not.
Okay, cool,
I can understand them. I can speak to anybody.
cool.
as
They're
long-
saying like, "Hold, stop. Who the fuck are you?" Basically.
I
but
repeat
an-
their. I more politely phrase it to Washington what they're asking. They're wanting to know what we're doing here.
We are just coming to talk because a lot of stuff has happened. Tension seems to be high. We just would like to sort everything up, if that's okay with you guys.
And I will say to them,
Are you?
yes, I am. I'm just. The gnome knows what's going on, and he wants to let everyone know so they don't panic.
Make a persuasion check, Matt.
Me? Yeah, Matt.
Griff.
Yeah.
Griff. Because you're
Right.
changing the words, and I feel like you're doing it for diplomatic reasons, so I'm gonna go with that.
5. Total 5.
They say, "Who the hell is this gnome? Why do we care what he has to say? This is a highly volatile situation at the moment." This is all in England.
Yeah.
Do you translate that to me?
Yeah, I'm just like, they don't know who you are, so they're wondering what's going on, and I think they're a little scared.
Okay.
One of the druids is walking up the pathway towards you, and he says in common, he comes up and he says, "What's going on? Who are you? Do you know what happened here? Where's the king? Explain yourselves."
Okay.
Real quick.
Yes.
Sorry. Wazatum standing in front of him, Amnon's just gonna slide his hand up to his shoulder, touch his shoulder, and he's gonna cast Skill Empowerment. And we're gonna go ahead and give you expertise in persuasion.
Oh damn, that's a good idea because I have a -1.
So you get
I
double
thought I
your
was bad.
proficiency bonus.
Why are you doing the
I had-
talking?
So plus 18, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, he seemed to know what he was doing. I believed him.
So you
Fake it until you make it, baby.
at least you don't have a -1 anymore. You get double your proficiency.
Cool.
All right,
So, are you
what's that,
responding
like
to
a
this
12
man?
now?
I am. Well, I am part of all the groups that just was there, just as you are, and I have a little bit of, insight on everything that happened, and we would just like to come, speak to you, and just show you that we're not necessarily bad guys and that everything is cool beans.
Cool beans. Make a
Easy.
persuasion check with your
Alright.
extra stuff now.
Ooh, nice. So that's gonna be that's gonna be an actual 21. Thank you for that expertise.
He's like, "Wait, when you say you're one of the like you were invited to the dinner, or you were involved in the queen's betrayal?"
No. I'm like one of the people who work for either your boss, my boss, and I have been in contact with many people, Fae or otherwise, and I think I have a pretty good view on overall things, and I think I could make a good breach between people.
All right, come with me, and he takes you up to the front desk. He turns
Yes,
around and he walks up, and
Yes,
you
sir.
all go up to here,
I come.
and then he turns and he goes, "Oi, shut up!
Okay.
Oi,
What?
stop!"
What?
And slowly everybody settles. Yes,
What happens when Greth tries to follow?
you can follow.
anyone
No one
stop him?
does
All right,
anything.
cool.
It's so much confusion. No one's. The salamanders are like, "Okay, well, I guess a more senior person has taken control of the situation. I'm just going to step back." It's chaotic. The people are all on the map. They're all in pretty lines, but that is not what is going on. There's a lot of shit going down, and eventually they all kind of settle and stop yelling at each other and talking and stuff. And he goes, "Okay, so this gnome here reckons he knows what is going on. Go on then, explain what is going on."
Okay, so there has been some tension between your people, our people, a lot of people actually, and and I just point at all the groups and just widely gesture around. We have been trying to fix things and to make things better for a bit of everyone. Not only us and stuff like that, but also Fae people.
Talking.
Yes.
Who do you work for exactly?
At the moment, Titania.
All right. So you're part of the group that came in here and just took our king. God only knows where. No, he doesn't invoke God. But anyway. And now you expect us to listen to you jabber on about being friends or whatever? We don't want to be friends with you. We want the king back where he belongs.
Well, I know some people who are friends with me that you might feel a bit closer to, if you're okay with that.
Care about your friends. I don't care about you.
I think
you
you
said
might.
you knew what was going on, and now you're talking
Yes.
shit.
No. I'm absolutely not talking shit. Like I'm just like. So I'm weirdly happy to be here with all of you because like I've been trying to get an opportunity to talk to all of you for a while now. Never managed to because we've been attacked a lot
I'm
of
going to
times.
stab you at any moment.
Can I do one thing before you do so?
You will regret that.
No. Don't worry. He can stab me. I'm okay with that. Just one thing before you do so.
Huh?
I would like to introduce you to someone that could help you say that I'm not that bad of a guy, if that's okay.
Somebody more
If this
persuasive than us.
person, if this
Oh, yeah,
person
yeah.
does not convince me that you are not a complete idiot, I am going to stab you. Do you understand me?
I completely understand that, and that will be completely warranted.
Let's go. Introduce me to your reference.
In that case, I would call on Zibilna to come join us.
She is currently otherwise occupied. She
Okay,
has
so-
been summoned by a much stronger force than you.
Okay, so slight delay. She's been a little bit busy at the moment. She said she would come when I need, and apparently that is not completely doable.
Not if the Summer Queen has summoned all the Archmage to her ritual.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, he turns to the rest of the group and is like, okay, so I'm apparently going to get stabbed, but don't you worry, guys. It's
Just
okay.
Point of order. Did you mention Zabilna's name out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Carry on.
So with that, and in retracting a little bit, I will be observing reactions of some of the people that are nearby and seeing what sort of range we're getting, just to clock any definite obvious ones that are
Okay.
Same.
Make an insight check.
inside.
Yep.
Go.
Do you want me to roll if I do the same?
30-20.
Yeah.
Also
Dirty
doing
20.
the same thing.
12.
Greth is going to
12.
look for. Oh,
Yeah,
Lacey?
20 for 24.
Cool. All right. So
Greth is. Oh, sorry.
these
Oh,
people are people who spend all their time in a Fey court. They are extremely adept at masking whatever is really going on with them. So there's a lot of cautious curiosity on faces. There is also a sense of like deep concern and fear, which I would say Beishra can pick up on underneath that, because this is clearly not a normal day at court, and they're a bit worried that they might be on the wrong side of how this pans out in the end. But most of them are just trying their best to be unreadable. Greth, what did you want to do?
Oh, I was going to try to see which of these people seem ready to do violence and which ones are, and how many of them are there, and how many of them just aren't not sure what to do.
I mean, you can see obviously a lot of people in this room. None of them really look like they're about to attack you. Like the druids, maybe. The salamanders are clearly guards, so they, but they're also, they're people who follow orders, or beings that follow orders. They're not likely to do anything unless someone tells them to, unless the threat is obvious. The druids, in the absence of the king, seem to be in charge. In as much as anyone's in charge in the fuckery that's going on here.
I turn to the group and I say, okay, so I'm apparently going to get stabbed. Let it happen. It's part of the process. I'm okay with that. I will turn to the druid and then say, go on with the stabbing. Just fair warning, it might not be as useful, as efficient as you think it will be, but I just wanted to let you know beforehand so you know that there is no trickery here. And he just raises his hands ready to get stabbed.
Greth,
I mean,
looks like he's getting ready to do something, but it's not very determinate yet. He's not sure what to do in this situation, so his hands are up, but he's not making a move yet.
The druid walks over to the salamander, takes his spear out of his hand, walks over and just stabs Wazzatum through the belly.
Is that a magical weapon?
No.
So nothing happens.
And I rolled a natural one anyway.
Wonderful.
Not very good with that, are you?
He goes and he gives it back to the salamander. Your spear's faulty. Get it fixed.
Actually, that's not the spear's fault, and I turn to the salmon. You're doing a bang up job. Don't worry. But
yeah, that's a good looking spear.
yeah. That's just me. Like it's perfectly okay. I just wanted to show you that I mean absolutely no harm in anything. I just want to talk, and I would turn to like the rest of the people and say, listen, can I just ask you a question? Show of hand. Who among you is happy with your current work situation?
Are you talking to the staff or the guests?
Everybody.
Everyone.
We're
How do you like
doing
your service
happy.
provider right now?
Happy with their current situation.
Work situation.
Every single one of them puts their hand up.
Now,
Every single one.
how many of you would raise your hand if you knew that would cause violence against you right now? Raise your hand.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
There's some confusion. They're not sure what you mean. They're
Fine,
like,
I don't care.
wait, what? There's like a bit of. What does he mean? I don't understand.
Okay, let me
I don't
phrase
want
it
violence.
differently.
I
Yeah,
mean, are
exactly.
you loyal if it's gonna cost you anything? Like right now.
Like
The druid kind of chuckles and he says, "Believe me, whatever threats you have are nothing.
no,
Nothing. in
not threats
comparison."
actually. Like just
No,
Just
no,
Sounded like a
curiosity.
threat to me.
I'm
Oh, no,
legit.
no.
No, I'm legit curious. I'm not a very subtle person. I just really want to know how many of them are dyed in the wool, ready to do that, and how many of them are not.
that's an actual good question because like you are happy with your situation, everything is going great and everything, but who among you would prefer if there would be a little less violence? Legit question. Because some of you are dealing with violence, right? I know that sometimes I have been, and I've not been very happy about that.
Staff, the like druids and stuff, are like, what the fuck is he on about? The court people, like the courtiers, are like, we don't do violence. What the fuck is he on about?
Oh well, perfect. That's perfect. Well, the thing is, we also like to not do violence. At least I know I do. I don't like to do violence, and I would just like to keep it that way. But there seems to be like a little bit of a war going on, and I think it would be better if that shit stops. You know?
The druid behind you chuckles, and he says, "You know, the thing about a war is it's usually two-sided."
Well, yeah. That also means that your side also attacked.
We just do what we're told.
Exactly.
also,
that is
You need to understand that this is not a two-sided conflict. This is like a 1 1/16 conflict. Do you understand what
Oh.
I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure you guys aren't that bad.
I'm not very good at math. Could you like clarify that?
I mean that there are a lot of us and we're very strong and you're a bunch of piddly mortals.
Yeah, that you didn't manage to hurt. You know what I mean?
The
I mean,
spear was faulty.
I would agree to that. I have a dagger if you want to try with my weapon or something, because no fool would come with a faulty dagger into battle and stuff. So
Well, he would if he was going to let someone stab him with it. Do you think I'm a moron?
no. You're making a good point. I should probably not have suggested that.
Okay,
That's-
so let me get this straight. You came in here
Yeah.
to ask us questions about whether we're happy with our current life.
Yeah.
I thought you knew what was going on. Where the fuck is the king?
From
Where
what
is
I-
the king?
From what I
Right now.
understood, he is currently with Titania, and they are trying to change management a little bit.
What does that mean, change management a little bit? You can't kill an archfey. That's
No,
not a
no.
thing.
No,
He
I
is
think that's-
literally autumn. You can't kill a whole season. That's
I-
not a thing.
I don't think they're like.
It's not
trying
like
to
you can
kill
fire
anyone.
him and hire someone new. That's not a thing.
You can't, because I kind of got the feeling that
He
this
is
might be.
literally autumn.
So nobody could be Autumn in his place.
No, it's him. He's autumn. He's it. Do you not think that if you could just replace the seasons, that he wouldn't have replaced his fucking useless queen ages ago?
It's not that useless. You know, they have.
Seasons.
they have like they had their like ups and downs, but she's not that bad. To be fair, to be completely honest with you, at some point I was doubting her, but I came to my senses, and she's great.
Greth will pull his robe back a little bit to see the sun motif sword at his hip.
Yep. Look,
Miz would
I'm
just like
sure you all think she's fabulous, but she is not good at her job. That's all I'm saying.
That is
One can't be good
possible.
at one's job, if you excuse me, please, companion.
Please do.
If they are held back from their throne.
Why do you think he
Chuck.
did that?
That is something not for me to say. However,
Because you don't know, because she never told you, did she?
correct. However,
No, actually, I think you meant that we didn't want to say something that insulting to your face.
correct.
That
can
one I
I
knew.
Yes, Miss, go.
Can I turn to the I'm just gonna turn to the group or the people that I'm nearest to and just be like, this shit's pretty crazy. Like, how are you guys doing? And just try and chat with
How
them.
are you? All right, cool.
Now you do.
One of them is like a tall. They're all autumn Eladrin, like every one of them. They're like all gorgeous and beautiful, and they all have like red hair, and they're wearing orange, and like it's a very homogenous situation. And she kind of looks at you and she goes, "I'm sorry, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? You?"
Is your hearing not good? My hearing's very good.
Is that what's happening here? I feel distressed that my king has been absconded with. That is distressing to me. That is how I'm feeling.
Understandable.
Yeah. Who are you again? Are you like a servant or something?
Kind of.
Can I have more wine in that case, please? I feel like
Sure.
more wine.
Oh.
What? Yes, more.
I
Oh, did
also
you
have
say sure?
cookies if you want.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I said sure, yeah. Go ahead, it's right
okay.
there.
Wasitum pulls out like from his bag a bunch of cookies and starts like offering to
She
the
kinda-
people nearby.
She kind of looks at the empty glass and looks at the wine bottle, and then looks at you like, "What do you expect me to do? Come on, do the thing." In that way, that extremely aristocratic people expect that everything will be done for them. That's the vibe.
Washington did make cookies happen.
There are cookies.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
Nice.
and not to toot my own horn, but goddamn, they're good.
I think we should kill you now.
Wait. Hold on.
Why?
Just one
'Cause
thing.
you're full of shit.
Greth will grab mentally with an invisible mage hand and pour the glass of wine for her, just
Okay.
because she asked.
She
and it
watches
seemed rude.
this and then she's like, and starts drinking the wine.
Sorry. Now you were saying.
So before you kill me, could you just explain to me why you feel I'm full of shit? Just to understand, because I have been
Because-
completely truthful with you.
Yes, but
Yes,
you
and
came
I-
in here telling us that you had an explanation for what was going on, and you have not given us an explanation.
I have given you an explanation that you decided not to believe.
Well, because it
the-
sounds like nonsense.
Well, there's more to it. You have to listen to him for a while. The answer is not simple. With those who rule, it's always complicated. He needs to kind of set the background first before he gives you the details. Otherwise, it won't make sense. Obviously.
Well, we're all ears. Do fill us in on all the details
In the group chat, Greth will hear Wasitum's voice saying, "That's kind of all I had." So I'm gonna try to improv a little bit, but that's kind of all I had.
And you'll hear back. Just keep going. The longer we last, the at least everyone's be more confused by what's happening. Someone might figure something out before we finish this stick.
Ray,
Um,
can you make a perception check for me, please?
Jack will also be chugging down some resistance potion if he's got some. Yep.
Well,
Never mind.
Amnon's going to kind of start making his way to the tables.
Uh-huh.
Just
Yeah.
walking around, clocking the reaction that he gets from everyone that's at the table as he kind of just walks up to the table, picks up some silverware, puts it back, just trying to track who reacts with disgust.
I mean, the
after
short
he-
answer is pretty much all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fine. He's just gonna keep.
Yeah. There's a lot of like,
walking.
you know, what the fuck is this guy about? Kind of.
Grethel put in the group chat, if you guys want this to start, just let me know, and I mean, at least I'll get everyone's attention. But you know, I just trying to buy time right now. I really have no idea what I'm doing.
I will ask to the audience, pretty much everyone, like, you don't really like us. Am I safe to assume that?
Like has nothing to do with it.
Okay,
You
so
don't belong here
why?
because it's an elf place.
That seems a little bit restrictive, no? Do
Limited,
you only want to have elf stuff happening?
Yes.
Because I for once come from like a forest, and I had only animal things, and it was like very boring. And then I joined like Titania's group, and it was very fun because I met a lot of very different people, and I feel better for it. And I think that if you would give it the chance, you would learn a lot of very fun things, and you would probably
You know
be a
what?
little bit happier.
Between you and me, the king started bringing in some extras recently,
Okay.
and they're a pain in the butt.
But that's probably like bad recruitment, because there are bad people in every race. Even in like elf people, there's like bad people.
Yeah, most of the ones following the summer.
That's a bit of a generalization, but I see what you're going with.
Hmm.
I mean, have we done anything like so far to harm you or to cause you any trouble? We have literally been just here to talk, share cookies, and try to find a way for everyone to be happy. Are we that bad of people, even though we're not elves?
I don't care. I don't care about whether you're a good person or a bad person. I care about the fact that my king has gone and that his bitch wife took him somewhere, and I don't know where she took him, and I don't like that.
With
Do you want us
dramaturgy-
to
Oh, yeah,
get you
go
to
on.
care?
What's that?
Do you want us to get you to care? A lot?
Are you threatening me again?
Now that is a threat. Why don't you let my friend finish, and then you can add your comments.
I'm sure he's a very good person. Yes, I get it.
Yes.
He's a very good person. I just don't. That's not relevant.
Could I just make one, like, humor me for 5 seconds? That's all I'm asking for you. Okay, everyone close your eyes and raise your hand if you all feel like that person. Does anyone just humor me on that?
Feel like what person? The druid.
The druid who just said that he doesn't care and that he just wants to kill everyone.
Okay, hang on. Let me just do this, just so that I can get a sense of the room. So what you notice is a lot of this.
A lot, but not all, right?
Well, no one doesn't raise their hand, but there are varying degrees of. I kind of agree with him, but I kind of also don't want to kill people. I just want to drink some wine and have a good time. But he's sort of right about the mortals, but also I want to make sure that I'm saying the same thing as everyone else because I don't want to get into trouble. That's the vibe
Okay.
of the room.
Okay, well, I appreciate all your candor. Would you feel safer if the violent people were not in charge today, right now? I'm not talking to you, my friend. I'm just talking to your friends because you seem to be a little bit aggressive.
Okay, I see what you mean. They're not. They're all trying to give the right answer, not the true answer. If you see what I mean. So there's a lot of like trying to like gauge what other people are doing and then copying them to some degree. And there's an element of these people are Oberon's forces, like they're Oberon's law enforcers.
Mhm.
So we don't want to piss them off because we don't know what's going on. So we're just gonna like try to. So you're gonna have to find a way to get through that if you want to have real conversations with him.
Okay. Since you seem to be very much about dealing with stuff in a violent way, here's my proposition. Your law enforcement staff versus us. Whoever wins gets to talk and to like have an honest conversation without prejudice.
Don't care about an honest conversation without prejudice.
You don't.
I feel
Many
like
people
I feel like
do.
all you're offering here is that I fight you, and then if you beat me, you get to do what you want to do, and if I beat you, I don't get anything at all. That's
Well, you-
ridiculous.
No, you do get something cool. You get to kill me,
What?
which nobody has managed to do yet.
A lot of
Kill a
people have
lot of
tried.
people.
A lot of people have tried. I mean, have you listened to me? A lot of people would like to kill me. That
You're
would
right.
make sense.
I can see why that happens.
So you see, that's a pretty good deal. Again, nobody has succeeded so far, so
Well,
that might be a
well-
cool week for you.
Also, you're also supposed to guard these people, yes?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if we're doing this here, a lot of them are gonna get I can't speak for you guys, but a lot of these guys are gonna be collateral damage. If we do this outside, none of them have to get hurt, and you're
So
still kind of doing your job. Better.
You're suggesting some sort of trial by combat situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
A grand melee, if you will.
Outside, where we do not have like any broken glass or like broken cookies or stuff.
Between
Yeah, we don't wanna-
me and the gnome. Is that what you're saying?
I was merely suggesting like
we're-
you and your staff versus all of us, but if you want to do you against me, I'm okay with that. But just, I don't want you to be disappointed.
Or you
Disappointed.
could go against me.
He's
You
also a
look
very good
like you would
fighter.
give me a good fight, but the gnome looks like I could just squish him.
You probably could. Who knows? I'm very squishable, yet I'm still alive. Up to you. Yeah, I'm just
get
offering stuff.
perception checks from Amnon and Griff.
Cool.
Wasitum's kind of engaged in the conversation, so I'm going to say not Wasitum.
12.
That's gonna
Trying,
be
you guys. I'm trying.
24.
Okay! Amnon doesn't see shit. Griff, you notice on the left, just next to that big fucking pillar, there is a person leaning against the wall who looks out of place. It appears to be I think they're an elf. Hang on. Yep, they're
Wait,
an
which
elf,
pillar?
Yeah.
Oh, here?
but they're dressed
Hold
all
on.
in black.
Mhm.
This pillar, just opposite Ray, which is why I made her roll first, but she didn't see
Ah.
shit.
Oops.
They're dressed completely in black, which no
Mhm.
one else here is, and they're just and they have their eyes fixed on Wasitum. Watching him
they-
very closely?
Do they seem interested, bored, aggressive, upset?
Interested is the right word.
So I just look to
You-
the crowd as like, is there nobody here who's willing to speak their mind, or are you all afraid of each other?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, that one I'm not horrible at, thankful. Oh no, I am horrible. 15. I rolled decent.
Just so you're aware, this is. It's like a random thief token. Sorry about that, but
Yeah,
that's.
I'll live.
They kind of push away from the wall, and they say, "This gnome calls our mistress's name as if he knows her. How do you speak Sibilna's name so openly? In
Well, I
such
worked
a
with her.
place?
I worked with her recently. She's very
How
fun, actually.
recently?
Like a few days ago, a few weeks ago. I mean, look, and he points at the flower at his breast pocket. That's from That's from there. Rainy, right?
Interesting.
And I would have asked her to come and like vouch for me, but she's kind of otherwise occupied. But I mean, you seem to know that like speaking like Fey names like that in vain is kind of dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. And I'm okay
Certainly
with
is.
but I'm okay with that. She's good. She's cool. Did some gardening there.
This person walks across to the dais and like pats the druid on the shoulder and goes, "Down, boy.
Thank you.
I think maybe they have something to say that could be of interest. If he is in Zabilna's good books, then he is in my good books. You understand?" And the druid kind of takes a long look and goes, "I understand, but these are not ordinary circumstances." And they laugh and they go, "No, they are not. How exciting for all of us."
Zitung takes the down boy very seriously and sit down and starts nibbling on cookies.
It wasn't aimed at you, it was aimed at the druid.
Oh, my bad.
Griff will point that out to him. Like, I think he meant the other guy.
Misunderstood. Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
He still takes
Laura,
a
who knows all the law, is like, "Wait, I know who this is." It's Jack's version, though. They sort of turn to you, was a term, and they go, "You know, there aren't a lot of people she likes who aren't children. She likes children."
I think I
It's
have like
interesting
a
that
childlike
you.
attitude. Maybe that's why I feel
Yes, I
Yeah.
would say that's true. Now tell me, why on earth, by all the fey beings of the worlds, did the Summer Queen send you as a diplomat?
I have absolutely no clue because this is definitely not what I'm good at. But you gotta admit, you're listening to me.
Only because you said a particular name.
Well,
Maybe
I
that's
mean,
all it takes. The good person at the right moment, saying the right thing.
I'm Razil,
Nice to meet you.
and I am the ambassador of Prismia to the Fey Courts.
Oh, cool. He goes to shake his hand.
Shakes. I have no allegiance. Well, I do, but not to one of the seasons. My allegiance is to my mistress, and she mostly stays out of it. But I got an interesting missive from her recently.
makes sense.
And
Yeah,
I
that's what
wonder
it
if
said.
perhaps you would know why I would get such a missive.
I'm not exactly sure what it says, so I cannot really answer that.
It suggested that maybe a change in regime was coming.
Oh, that. Yeah, so yeah, I may know why. I was there.
You were where, dear?
In what do you call that? Prismia?
Prismia.
Yeah,
Prismia.
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 Yeah. A castle. Very cool. Just overrun with weed.
Ooh,
She
that
was
sounds
working on
awesome.
that, I believe.
Yeah, I helped with that.
Helped.
Yeah, I spent a few days there and just tried to.
Well, perhaps. And they kind of raise their voice. Perhaps a new regime is in order, and perhaps our Summer Queen knows what she's doing. How unfortunate that would be for so many of you, am I right? And you see some of them look kind of uncomfortable.
Who was that aimed at? Some of you. The
What's that?
people in. Who was that aimed at? The some of you.
Oh,
left
at
to that facility?
the courtiers.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was a threat for us or something.
Oh,
No, no, no.
with-
The courtiers.
With Amnon currently walking around, would he be able to clock which ones?
You probably would be able to tell a couple of them that are like, oh shit. It's most of them, to be honest, but some more than others.
Okay. He would, in the group chat, just kind of that one, that one, that one.
In the group chat, Chuck will also say, is there any obvious signs of anyone noticing anyone from Viren? There's a connection with Cinderella that we may be of interest.
Was anyone on that mission apart from you who's here today?
No.
Okay, can you
Not
make
me.
a history check to see if you recognize anyone?
Sure. I suspect most of them were mortals, so. And with advantage, because it's Fey. Rolling, here we go. Here we go, 24.
You do not recognize anyone. None of these people seem to be from there.
That's what
And
what
you
Ah.
can be fairly certain that if Zabilna is currently otherwise occupied, so is Cinderella.
Correct. Yes.
By chance, I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Amnon's
Mhm.
been working at the hospital for some couple of months now, and looking around the court, is there anyone that looks like they may have come and visited the hospital in guise, or
Oh.
like someone coming to try to hide what they've become or what they are, and now are pretending, they're acting like, oh, I'm high and mighty, when in actuality they were recently treated by Amnon.
God bless you,
Make-
Mike.
A history check.
He's okay at those. No, he's not. I'm going to use my Twitch inspiration, actually. That's better. 19.
It's hard to tell because they're all so alike. Like they're so alike. But eventually, as you look across the room, you see one young man, maybe just in adulthood by elf standards, sitting with people who are clearly his parents, and he is doing this thing,
Okay.
trying not to be noticed by you, and you
Yep.
definitely recognize that this is someone who has recently been at the hospital.
Yep. Bonus action. Amnon is going to link telepathically to him because he is an aberrant mind sorcerer.
Yep.
Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well.
Shut up, leave me alone.
No one can hear us talk. This is all in your mind. And Amnon is going to purposely make sure he's looking elsewhere.
Yep.
So, you came to my hospital and I treated you. Tell me you don't believe everything that's preached here.
Look, my parents are very important, influential people, and I cannot be seen to disagree at this time.
There are many important, influential people here. And there are many that need to make sure they're standing on the right side.
There's no way my parents will change sides.
I'm not talking to your parents. I'm talking to you. The sins of your father are not your sins. I know that very well. Just keep that in mind.
He kind
And
of
he'll
looks
stop
up and just catches your eye and does the very faintest, tiniest of little nods.
Amnon will not acknowledge it. But in the group chat, he will make sure that everyone is aware not to touch him.
Acknowledged.
Did you specify why? Or just like indicate that?
He is of the right mindset in the wrong company.
Alright.
Just as a point,
Can
the
he-
people on the mezzanine are now also like standing at the edge watching what's going on.
Okay, guys. In the group chat, Greth will be like, we're making progress, but I don't know how fast this is going. What's the plan in everyone's mind here? I can only give so much bluster to keep this guy in check. Eventually, he's going to make a move.
He may not
The
be
druids,
the
I
only one.
mean.
Yep. He may not be the only one leading the druids. He could be the voice.
I kind of want to see what this Razil guy is going with. He seems to have the right mindset right now.
DM, would Raziel have rung any bells with regards to the courts and the history that Chuck has been investigating?
You can make a history check.
Sure. And not with a 14, I suspect.
No.
No,
You
we'll
may
go-
have vaguely heard the name
Yeah.
or come across the
Yeah.
name, but no
Very good.
particular details. Yeah.
I would turn to Razil and be,
Mhm.
okay, so in your opinion, how do you think we should proceed from now on, since you seem to kind of agree with what's happening?
You misunderstand me. I don't agree
Oh.
or disagree. I simply serve my mistress.
Makes sense.
It makes no real difference to me who's in charge here, as long as we are able to get what we need from the Fey courts.
Makes
I
sense.
like this guy.
So I turn to the druid and say, how does what he says right now, like, how does that make you feel?
We all know that the diplomats are full of shit. It's fine. That's part of. You really don't understand the whole Fey thing, do you?
I've been struggling with it, but I've been trying to get better, and I think
Nobody expects everybody to agree with everybody. That would be insane. Have you ever tried to get any group of Fey to agree on anything? It's impossible. Cannot be done.
I have tried with one
Impossible.
Fae and failed miserably, but I've tried with one very important Fae, and I wave to Rizil, and it worked pretty good. So all in all, I'm like 50% good. So I'm liking my odds. 50% is not
Brazil
that
just
bad.
kind of crosses their arms and like looks around the room and goes, "So what are you after here, folks? Are you looking for allies? What's the plan? What's the goal? What's the outcome desired?"
They're addressing us.
Yes.
Peace.
Mm,
Just want to be like, we have cookies, you have wine. We want to be having like a dinner with people who are okay with just being in our presence and accepting this new change of regime, as you say, and trying to like kind of coexist and accept like the changes that are coming without trying to kill each other, if possible.
Yes?
Within the
Can-
oh, sorry.
Oh.
Go, Miss.
Oh, I was going to ask Amnon or do you think that that person would be able to identify other possible whatevers we're calling them, or tell us
Non-aggressors.
something? Yeah, tell us something. What is possible, like, that we need to do to get people to act, or like, do they want something or are looking for something specific? I don't know.
I can certainly try. He would reestablish the connection. Again, making sure not to.
Yep.
Now, you are young. There are many here that I'm sure are young, and there are many here that I'm sure are considered elderly. Are there any here that would stand on the right side of the non-prejudice? Or are they all as stand fast as your family?
You don't get it. If your queen wins and takes the throne, every family here will say that they always believed in her, that they were sure she was the right ruler. They will swear by it. They will bend over backwards to prove it. It's not that they particularly love him. They just love being close to power.
And that's fine. We're looking for specifically the ones that truly enjoyed the suffering that was brought on by the lack of other races. We're looking for the ones that won't grimace at non-elves. I'm sure there's some of you here.
Prejudice runs deep here. They will all grimace internally, but if it is required to play nice, they will play nice. They put up with the king's gnome and his Tortle and his fucking moth person.
True. So there's no one here
But-
that would.
If you ask that question, there are some who, let's just say they go hunting with Oberon and they enjoy it.
Identify them.
He kind
If
of
you
looks up
succeed.
and he identifies 3 elves. I'm gonna ping. So are you watching?
Yep.
Oh, this is a man.
Okay.
Shit. Now they've all out of order. Crap. Sorry. This is another man, and then the woman sitting beside him.
Okay, so these 3
Those
specifically.
3, yep. Who are very
That helps
clearly
that they're
sitting
sitting
together.
next to each
Mm.
other.
Well,
yeah.
that's not a coincidence. Like they're tight.
Camped together. Hmm.
He goes.
Your
It in the chat. He like drops his eyes again, and he says, "They're assholes. I mean, everyone here's an asshole, but they're cruel. They're particularly bad."
Thank you. And Amnon will again relay that to the group, identifying those 3 as particularly evil, whereas the rest are, they tolerate it because that's what's in command.
They're
That
in-
is kind of the game of politics. Those 3, though, specifically seem to revel in the idea of it. And
Are
Amnon's
we-
gonna make
are we
his
ready
way over
then?
to one of them.
I'm gonna try
Mm.
one last thing
Mhm.
just to try to get them to kind of come forward in the chat. So I will get a little bit to the front of the dais or
Mhm.
whatever you call that, and basically say, "Okay, people, full disclosure, you already understood that I'm obnoxious and annoying, but I am also what some of you might consider abomination, and I would, in the least threatening way, turn into Wazzy Bear. And as I do so, once I'm fully grown and like looking super dapper as a bear person in a purple costume, I would just be with a deeper voice. Okay, so if any of you right now would like to take a swing at me for what I am, come forward, I'm your guy. Just come. I'm okay with that. Nobody moves?
The
Okay.
druid behind
The
you
group-
laughs again and says, "We change into animals all the time, you numbskull."
That's
in
not
the
that's
group
not exactly
chat-
what's happening, is it?
Nah, but same. As
Same,
far as
same?
they're concerned.
So none of them mind.
They mind before you turned into a bear. Or a half bear, or
Hmm.
whatever it is you are.
So if I were to just like nobody in the assistance would hate me more for that, really. And I would like to channel divinity
Okay.
to give the chat 2 options. Either the 3 people just get so fucking annoyed with me that they get on their feet, that they stand up, or I get silenced until the end of that run.
Okay. Okay. So, we will do a poll in chat. Either the 3 people, the 3 particularly bad ones, will get up and attack the Wazzy Bear, or Wazzatum will be silenced for a period of time, which is undecided, I guess.
Okay, let me prepare that. Carry on in the meantime.
Okay.
Mm,
What about those of you who haven't done much yet? Do you want to do something?
In the group chat, I would just say, invoking violence doesn't seem like something that they're necessarily interested in. They're interested in power and possibly being able to identify them as the first to stand up for her might hold some sway over them rather than just, I don't know, fighting them or identifying them.
Well,
Obviously, we
mean-
can't promise anything.
Yeah,
do seem
but,
to be like water.
But violence is power. Striking down people who we know are bad might let them realize that it's not worth it to stand with Oberon. If we, like I said, if we give a demonstration of some kind with people that, that they're concerned about, they, we'll be doing what Oberon's. I'm saying this all in the group chat, obviously. We'll
I assumed as much.
if they're ruled by fear now, we just temporarily transfer it to fear of us rather than Oberon and see what happens.
I
Some of them-
agree, and
I
would
was gonna say
totally volunteer.
I just say
But
some
I
of
don't
them.
think invoking it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. I was gonna just say some of them will bend with the breeze, but there will be the ones that don't are the ones we came here to deal with. The ones who will stay true are the ones that we need to deal with, I think was the order. And
Right.
yeah, go ahead.
I just didn't think that a show of power against these actual Fae is going to really happen necessarily. Like, going after the Druids would be one thing.
can do that.
Since they're kind of holding the power here in his name. So just an idea. But if we can get them to stand up, then that would help.
We could start with them and see what happens. If those guys are really opportunistic and just taking advantage of Oberon's tendencies, or really dyed-in-the-wool fans of his view, taking out the Druids will definitely show their true colors. I think that's a good place to start. But again, I'm also kind of lost at what's going on half the time, so I'll probably defer to you guys a lot more.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Are you standing in the corner?
Good.
So
The people said the people
Is
are
that
getting.
mentally or is that physically?
That's mentally.
Okay. Mentally
Full
shrugs,
shrug.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is Raziel. I'm really not sure what the outcome you're looking for here is. Peace and cookies and wine, it's all a bit unrealistic, I think. However, if all you really want is to know who's a problem for a new regime and who isn't, you just have to ask the right questions.
Which we might not need to do, as they apparently get up in anger.
Nah, Griff will go. Now,
Before we do
go
this,
ahead.
you go ahead. Yep. No, you go. Go.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, Griff will just be like, well, there's many different ways to ask a question. Let's do a visual example, and he will, as soon as they stand up in anger, he will pull his sword and summon his astral form. And I assume that's everyone.
So these
Everyone knows what's
three-
gonna happen.
Just like get fucking over it, and they're gonna start moving towards Wazzy Bear. Amnon, you have attacks of opportunity if you want to take them as they move. Can't hear you. If you're talking, you're muted.
Sorry. As soon as one of them moves, he'll pull his hand out of his pack, pop a cork, and just. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Cool. These
Either
are-
which one of the two that were closest to him.
Yeah. I didn't actually pay attention, so we'll just. Ugh. That's a 19.
Oh, that just saves.
Oh, cool. All right, so they start like moving up towards Wazatim, and one of the men is like, "Oh, thank you, I got Twitch inspiration." One of the men is like, "This is ridiculous. Enough of this back and forth talking. Why are we parlaying with the Summer Queen's mortals? Let's deal with him." And they all kind of converge on Wazatim. So we're gonna roll initiative at this point.
Oh, I'm gonna use my Twitch inspiration. That was a 1. I'm a 1 to a nat 20.
There's a chat going shamelessly Team Autumn. He's been playing Jamindi. It's so good. Alright. Anyone over 30 30? Oh, good. Anyone over 20?
20 on the dot.
23.
Cool. That is Griff. Ah. And was it him 20? Is that what you
Yes.
said? Over 15?
17 from Chuck.
What's your dex modifier, Chuck?
Dex modifier is +8. Sorry,
Okay.
4. Sorry, 4.
Cool. No one else over 15? Oh. Excellent. Please hold while I write everybody else down. Oh shit. Hang on.
That's what we're thinking.
I left someone out. Okay. Over 10.
13.
12 for Miz. No, 13 for Miz.
There you go.
12 for Ray. Anyone else? Who's left? Amnon.
Amnon got 9.
I've got everyone right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. All right. So as these guys approach Wazatim, and they are now looking aggressive and threatening. They're like frat boys who've had too much beer and are picking a fight. That's the vibe.
Cool.
Griff, you're up first.
All right. I'm gonna need some saves here in a second. I need dex saves from. Let me ping these guys. The Druid near Wazatim.
Yep.
And then these, the two closest to Wazatim. So come on, why is my thing not working? This guy and
Yeah,
this guy.
got it. All right.
All three
so
need to make dex saves.
Druid is 18.
Nope.
First guy is a natural 1. Second guy is a 13. So they all fail if the first one failed.
They all fail. Yep. They need to make a 19. He was close. And that would be 16 points of force damage for my bonus action.
Cool. What did you do to them?
And then I'm just gonna. Oh, I summoned my astral arms again to
Right.
blast out a bunch
Cool.
of strikes.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk up to the druid and start swinging on him. So
Cool.
let's see here. First one's 29 and higher. I assume both those hit.
Yes. Yes.
All right, cool. Oh, come on, why is this being weird? Sorry. So let me. First strike's gonna do booming blade. So let me just do the damage here real quick. That's gonna be 16 slashing and 7 thunder damage for the first hit.
Cool.
And the second hit is going to do. Seriously? Alright, I mean, that's 10 damage, piercing damage, and, ooh, that's better. Another 4, damage. Sorry, from force.
Okay.
And, that's it for now. My astral form will be out, so it'll kind of just have this ghostly visage of me that looks very different from how I normally look.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yep. I'm just
No worries.
checking some things. Sorry. Okay. A being appears right beside you, Griff. It appears to be some sort of hobgoblin assassin. That's the vibe. And she is going to punch you a few times. 4 times, to be precise. That's a lot of things.
I can do that.
So-
just now.
Oh god, it's not very good though. The lowest is a no. Let's start at the top. The highest is a 16. So
None
I'm
of them
guessing
hit.
she just misses you a lot, which is annoying. But that's okay because this other one, is going to come on this side of Wazitim. No, this side of Wazitim, and do the same thing to him.
Oh.
One's a nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one down is a 18.
Okay. That
Does
hits.
that hit?
Oh yeah,
The next one down is a 16.
that just hits.
The next one is like a 7. So 3 of them hit, 1 is a crit.
Go on.
So.
What kind
one-
of attacks are those?
They are magic monk fists, basically.
Okay.
So 5, 11, 17, 21 points of bludgeoning damage. that she gets.
Magical. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. The druids are going to transform into gigantic frost salamanders. Ah! I don't want a crab. Hang on. I don't know where the crab came from. So this guy is, I'm just going to put him over here for now because he's currently a frost salamander. And this guy is also going to be a frost salamander. Based. And honestly, they're going to both go for Greth because you appear to be the most
Oh.
baddest at the moment. So, 1 bite, 4 claws for each of them. Tell me how many. So we'll do them in sections if that's cool with you, so I can do it all at once.
All right.
So 17, does that hit you?
Nope.
How about a 26?
26 will hit, but I'm gonna do shield. So
Okay.
no, I won't. I'll hold off.
No?
Never mind.
Okay.
Not yet.
So that is 10 points of piercing
All right.
and 4 points of cold.
All right.
And then they are going to do their claws. So there will be 4 in total. No?
All right.
Holy shit, no. There will be 8 in total. Because it's 2
Alright.
salamanders. So, 22.
You know what? I am gonna use the shield. Heck with it. Miss.
Okay, so that one will miss.
Mm-hmm. You have to be above.
20,
Go ahead.
23,
Nope.
13,
Nope.
25,
Would have, but not this time.
22, no, it's a 2. I can see it's a 2. 11, 14. This is dumb. 18.
I'm so sorry. I didn't feel like getting hit that many times right now.
22. So they claw you 8 times and do not manage to hit you even once.
A couple of those would have like get hit by this
Yeah.
magical force barrier that I summoned, but yeah, the rest
Cool.
I just kind of dodge.
Awesome. Wazitim, it's your turn.
All right. So I would take a quick glance around to see all the people who are aggressive. Are those 2 fire salamanders angry?
They haven't moved yet.
They haven't.
No.
Okay. Let's play cautious. I will cast an 8th level Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So I need a 15-foot aura, please, and I will designate specifically to be not harmed by that. Anyone who is still in the mess hall or in the mezzanine, just watching what's happening.
Yep.
And the 2 fire salamanders and the Rainil or whatever his name is.
Raziel. Yep.
Thank you. All the other ones, the ones who are in the aura, I would need a wisdom save from them, please.
Okay, so that is the druid's wisdom. So that is a 16 and a 16 for the 2 druids who are currently frost
Fail and
salamanders.
fail.
And the 2 hobgoblins, ugh, not great, is 7 and 18.
Fail.
And then the 3 Eladrin, however the hell you say it, I don't know, are going to be wisdom. 16, natural 1, and less than 16.
Fail, and fail.
Yep.
So everybody fails, so everybody takes 34 radiant damage. I rolled like shit. As cookies just like start flying around and like harming them in like very crumbly ways. So that was my
Dead
action.
by Cookie. Oh, the hobgoblins are dead.
I forgot something.
They don't have a lot of hit points. Yep.
When that druid transformed, he took another 48 thunder damage from my booming blade that I used. Let me do
okay.
that real quick. That would be...
Sorry, was it Tim? I already forgot your number. Wait, do one number at a time. My brain is getting real tired. I've been doing this for a lot of hours. Was it Tim?
34.
34, sorry. Thank you.
My bad, actually.
No, it's all good. It's just, I can often hold multiple things in my brain, but I'm beginning to not be able to do that. So, man, how much damage on the Frost Salamander?
19 thunder damage.
Okay.
I rolled well.
Cool. Sweet. Was it Tim? Got anything else?
Yes, I do actually have something else. I would step a little bit closer and just look No, I would not walk close. I would just look at the Eladrin here, dead in the eye, and say, "I'm very sorry, but you're very mean, and we don't need that right now." And I will bonus action Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom save, please.
Wisdom. Can I roll decent numbers? No, I can't. That's a 13.
Okay, so 16 necrotic, please and thank you.
Cool.
That is my turn. I will remain here.
Alrighty. Chuck.
All right. So Glitter Crew is going to represent straight up the bat. So centered on where Wazitum is, but not at him. I'm going to chuck the Glitter Bomb boon from...
Yep. Where is Chuck?
I'm down by... Yep, down here. So I'm at range. And within 20 feet, basically, range, I will be able to hit up to 6 people or assailants. So I'll go for the 2 druids that have changed and the 3 Eladrin. I will leave the guards. Sorry, just one clarification. The dragon to the right, is that one of the druids as well?
No, that's just a dragon that's been there the whole time that no one has bothered to comment on.
Right, okay. I'll leave it out for now. I'll leave it out for now because it hasn't been...
Hey, you have no idea what its vibe is.
Yeah.
It seems pretty polite.
So that's what I'll do initially. So the damage for that was 9 from the actual psychic damage.
Yep.
But they also get a DC 17 dex save.
Hang on. Hold.
Do that damage.
Hold for maths.
Yep.
Oh my god, give me the... Thank you. Apparently we've reached the portion of the 24-hour stream where Jax just says the things in her brain. This is going to be great. Alright. Yes, what's next? Wisdom saves.
Dex saves. And it's DC 17.
Okay, so the druids... Wait, Dex. So that's Salamander Dex. My bad. Oh, it's worse. Fuck. No! Very much no.
Just because I'm an asshole, Jax, you do know that you have Twitch inspiration, right?
Thank you. I had forgotten, but that's fine. Glitter Bomb, I can't use Twitch inspiration against Glitter Bomb because it is my greatest creation.
Oh.
Alright.
It is.
So the
Eladrins are 20, 19, and 14.
So the 20 saves, the 19 saves. So that's 2 Eladrin that are saved.
Yep. So the 2 Frost Salamanders.
Yep. So they have glitter on them. The ones that didn't save also now at anyone attacking them gets advantage.
Yep. So I will do this. We'll do a bright yellow dot.
Nice.
Because glitter. I don't know. There you go. Advantage on those guys. Covered in glitter. We like no filter Jax, oh dear.
And
Sorry, yes.
to
I like it.
follow up. Yep. To follow up,
Yep.
I'll move. Oh, I need to actually move. All right. So I'll move to between the guards, and I'll concentrate on the Eladrin initially. And at this stage, within a 10-foot range, so I'll get the other two Eladrin with this as well. I will drop my own Way of the Astral Self, Chuck's Hooves of the Astral Self. So at this point, he will have, for 10 minutes, hooves that are shadowy, void.
He
with
looks
starry
like a
voids in
Drynet.
them. Yeah, well, closer to Slither with dark legs. So there's an image. Right, so with that, they need to then make, excuse me a moment, it is, I believe, a dex save.
Just those three, right?
Yeah, just something. Yes, 16 dex save is a DC.
So one of them fails.
Cool.
We'll
All
say
right,
the one right in front of you because that makes the most sense to my brain right now.
And we'll give them 7 points of damage.
Only the ones who failed?
I believe that was correct, yes.
Cool. Alrighty.
Yep, that's me initially. Yep, no, I'll say that, supporting the crew.
Cool. Raziel is just going to back away, lean back against the thing, and watch. They're just like, let's see what happens with this.
Kind of figured.
Yeah. The dragon... lifts its head, looks at all this ruckus and goes, no.
That's another kind of dragon breath.
And then is going to do a breath weapon. I need everyone within 90 feet of the dragon. And this is everyone. It's not specifying.
Sorry.
So we'll say, what kind of cone is it? Cone. 90-foot cone. So I guess that's, let's do this. Let me use my awesome things that I have for this exact reason.
Oh, that's so cool.
Awesome thing of awesomeness.
So it is going to go from here. This is not 90 foot, it's just giving me the angles.
Yeah.
So I would say it will hit Greth and Wazatim and the two druids. It's actually 90, so we're gonna just make it a bit bigger. And probably Ray. And all three... No. Why do I have to... Oh no, I'm being dumb. Oh, maybe not Ray. So yeah, Greth, Wazatim, the three Eladrin, and the two druids, I would say.
Not Raziel?
It's not going to
Yeah.
affect Raziel
Okay.
because of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
yes,
let's see.
it would, but it's not going to matter. So this is a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh, con save. All right.
Just confirming Chuck is out of that at this stage.
Yes, yes, I would say
Cool,
so.
thank you.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 succeeds. Greth, what was yours?
25.
Okay, so you also succeed. Let's see about these druids. Oh no. This one just kind of gently collapses onto the floor. I'm gonna remove my cone so that I can change things. It doesn't appear to be hurt, and it doesn't appear to be asleep exactly. It's just kind of unconscious. Gonna put the sleeping one because that makes the most sense. The other one's saved. And then the three Eladrin. Oh shit. This one is also asleep.
Do they keep their wild shape while they are unconscious?
Yep.
Ooh.
It's done them no harm. It's just, shh, you're making too much noise. And they've
Pretty
gone boop, unconscious. So 2 of these guys also fail that save. So the ones with the little sleepy face are just like lying down. They're not really sleeping, they're unconscious, they haven't been hurt, but they're just out. And it kind of huffs. No fighting at court.
Mm.
It's weird to see an Eladrin sleeping.
And then it just kind of folds its hands over and
think I-
puts its head on its feet like this. Ms. You're up.
I really don't like going first, and I really don't like going after the major turns of events.
Then you have to decide fast.
Yeah. This
You can
one
try.
right. Oh, sorry. That one right there is the guy who was super rude, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Then I am gonna do as my good friend Morwen taught me and flip him off as I do Finger of Death at him.
Is that an attack or
Um,
save?
It's a save.
Okay.
Psychic damage.
I believe it's a con save.
Con. So that would be the Salamander's con.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
That does not save. So that takes 78 plus 30 necrotic damage. So
Holy shit! Just give me a number. It's
Did you
probably
say
gonna kill him.
78
it
or
did not
78?
show me a number.
7d8
Oh, there.
plus 30.
7d8. So 23
Oh.
plus 30, so 53
53. Very
points
good.
of necrotic damage.
Cool. He's still a salamander.
Yeah, I just don't like it. And then
I have done my job. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to like him.
I'm gonna go ahead and just throw a firebolt transmuted to acid at him also.
Okay. If that's an attack, you have advantage because of glitter.
Okay. Well, that one was a 15. Nat 20. So 30.
Then that 20.
Yay for the advantage.
I did.
Cool. Cool. Alright.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's 8d10 plus the max amount.
Correct.
So 80, 10 plus 80.
Yes, so he's not a salamander anymore, but I need you
40.
to roll because of his own damage.
Yeah, so 45 plus 80 is 125. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what's 125 minus 53?
72.
Yeah.
What? How many?
72.
Damn, you're good.
Okay. Good work. Because the salamander is no longer a salamander. He is now a much more hurt druid than he was previously. He's still glittered though. Okay, anything else, Miss?
Nope, I'm just gonna hang out right there.
Cool. Beshra.
I am going to tap my Staff of the Woodlands against the floor and throw a wall of thorns from here to here.
Okay, tell me what that does.
I need a dex save.
From those two beings.
Hold on, that was a lot of dice that just rolled all over my screen.
Yeah.
Whoa! Okay.
So
a dex
one of
save
them's
will be-
unconscious, so it auto fails that dex save.
Okay, so that's 35 points.
The other one just rolled a nat one. You're in prison.
piercing damage.
So how many? Sorry.
35 points of piercing.
Cool. Yep.
And then it's difficult terrain.
Cool.
For every 1 foot, they must spend 4 feet of movement. If they end a turn or enter the wall or end its turn there, they make another dex save. Oh, it's slashing, not piercing. My bad.
It doesn't matter. Cool. Is that roughly where your wall was? I just drew it in. Is that cool?
I can't see a thing.
I can't either.
You can't see. Oh, maybe I'm on the wrong. No, I'm on objects and tokens. You really can't see that.
Nope, right here.
There.
Oh, I see it. I see it now.
There,
got it.
Yep. Right there.
Oh, you want it a bit over. How about that? Is that cool?
Yeah, I was really trying to make sure I didn't get anybody else that you know.
Okay. That you like.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thundering
Good
down
we
the
like.
stairs comes another hobgoblin, but this one looks less like it's, subtle and more like it's fucking badass. There are 2 of them. This one's coming for Ray. This one's gonna come for Greth. They're bouncers, basically. They're fey bouncers is what they are. So, Ray. Let's do it this way, it's easier. 2 attacks with his staff. 16 and 22. Do they hit you? Very sure.
16 does not.
22 does?
Yes, but I'm going to reaction silvery barbs.
Okay. Let me roll again.
Have that spell so much.
It's a 5.
Mm.
Griff.
Oh, who do you give the advantage to?
Oh.
Good
Yeah, Greth.
Oh, again,
Oh.
thank you. Very
Okay.
nice.
Griff. 17
No.
and 7. These guys are shit. Cool. It is now the Eladrin, and 2 of them are asleep, so that's a problem.
Wisdom save from all of them, please.
Oh. Well, I don't think the sleeping ones can be wise.
Probably not.
I'm gonna say no, because that doesn't make any sense. So just the wake one. Nope. They all fail.
44 points of radiance to all of them.
Whew.
Cookies continue pummeling them.
In that case, these 2 wake up.
Ooh.
Because they're only asleep until they take damage.
Also, their speed is halved.
That's fine. They're right next to the thing they want to kill. Okay. The one next to Chuck is going to stab Chuck.
Hmm.
Twice. Let me do it on here. That is a 17.
Nope.
And a 23.
That one comes through. Yep.
You take 11 points of slashing damage and 23 points of psychic damage.
We're immune to psychic, aren't we?
We are Heroes Feast.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn you,
Well,
Heroes
yeah.
Feast!
Oh no, it's not Heroes Feast, it's Mind
No, it's mind
Mind
blank.
blank.
Mind blank. Are you all
Oh.
mind blanked?
It's very cool.
I
Is
thought we
everyone
were.
mind blanked? Okay. Cool,
That
cool.
was in our boon.
11 damage.
Sweet. In that case, Wazatim, you're gonna get 4 longsword attacks. These are
Yeah.
magic longswords.
Cool.
BT dubs. That's a natural one.
Okay, I like it.
That's a 17.
That hits.
That's a dirty 20.
That hits.
That's a dirty 20.
That hits 3 times. Yee.
So the psychic damage isn't gonna matter, right?
No, it's not.
So that is 4. Fucking hell. 6.
Hmm
8 points of damage.
So 18 overall. Or,
Yeah.
okay.
No, 8. 8.
Oh, 8 overall. Oh my
Total.
god, I'm suffering. Thank you.
Yeah. That was disgusting. Okay. Cool.
You really are immortal, most of them.
Oh
Yeah.
Starting to believe.
Nobody wants to believe me.
Alrighty.
You've convinced me.
Amnon. You're up.
All right. Well, the dragon spoke. No fighting in the court. We've done what we needed to do and identified those that would be a problem. So, Amnon's just gonna look about and look at all the other Eladrin that are sitting in the tables. Do any of them look like they are rising to get combative?
Not at this stage, no.
Cool.
There's still there's a lot of like still trying to wait to see where the dust's gonna fall to decide where they're which way they're going. Yeah.
So then Amnon is going to use some sorcery points to cast Calm Emotions.
On
Centered. Well, it's a AoE.
Oh right. Okay. Yep. Where?
So it's centered on Wazatum.
Okay.
20-foot radius out, so that should get the 3 Eladrin. Those are the target. That's who he's trying to get.
Okay. I'm just gonna give Wazatum a radius because that's the easiest way to handle that, so we can see.
I'm radiating so much.
It's the bigger one. I can think 20-foot radius. You said.
Yep. Bigger one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people who are currently feeling quite nice.
Well, everyone in there, I need a charisma saving throw.
Okay, so we'll start with the salamander's asleep, so it doesn't matter. He is sleeping right now. The druid charisma 10.
Yep. Fail.
Not very charismatic, it turns out. The hobgoblin 8.
Fail.
The dragon, I guess. Is it
The
everyone?
dragon's already. It is everyone. Dragon's already pretty calm. He's just trying to
Okay.
lower the emotions to get them to be,
Okay. Cool.
not combative.
Cool. So, Eladrin. Let's roll 3 at once.
What about us?
That is a natural 1, an 8, and a 21.
The 21 succeeds. The other 2 fail.
Okay. That's everyone who's been aggressive. Is this also targeting your people?
It does say everyone.
Okay, so Greth and Wazatum and Chuck, you also need to roll, please.
24.
Succeed.
Choose to fail the save.
Okay.
What was the save again? My apologies.
Charisma.
Calm
Charisma.
emotions.
Cool. Charisma.
What about this bugbear over here? Is he?
He failed.
Hobgoblin?
I-
Okay.
yeah. He failed.
Yeah, I'm
Myself
pretty sure
included in
8
that as
failed.
well.
Oh, that's a good point. The other one also rolled a 14. I missed
Yep,
that. Yes,
fail.
Ray, you're in the thing, so you would have to also roll.
Oh, wait.
So one of the Eladrin is still feeling cranky. Everybody else
Yep.
is like, oh, cool. Everything's
No
fine.
combat in the.
I'll get
Cool.
advantage on this. That's still a row. Nope.
Cool. Anything else?
We've done what we needed to do. We've identified those that would be problematic.
Now we
is
just
for
need
now.
to take care of them. I think that was the other part.
That was the other part. We've identified them, and now we can possibly not bring combat into the court so as to not rile others. We have them identified. We can take care of them outside of the court.
Breath.
Yes.
Did you fail the save or not?
I did not.
It is your turn.
How does the disposition of everybody who was hostile to me now? Are they neutral?
Make
Are
an
they just...
insight check.
Alright, I can't use my passive?
Nope.
All right.
This is the middle of fighting.
Alright, that's 17. I rolled... So 25. I didn't roll really well. I got Indigo insight.
You can clearly see that everyone except for this one guy over here,
Mm-hmm.
Kapow, is looking a lot more chill all of a sudden. Everyone's real chill. He still looks super aggressive, but everyone else is like, whoa, it's okay.
Wait, which one is it again? Could you ping him again? Is it that one?
This one.
Oh, okay. Alright, so if I was to walk past any of them, I'm relatively certain they wouldn't attack me except for him?
Correct.
Alright. I will, walk over to him and grapple him.
Okay, so contested strength.
Yeah. Oh. 16. Well, apparently you're worse at this than I am, friend. And then I'm going to try to, like, okay, you heard the dragon, outside if you're going to do this, and I start dragging him towards one of the doors.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and drag him to this door, since this is the closest. That one.
Yep, the one at the back. Cool. So as Greth begins to drag the one still aggressive Eladrin out the back to deal with him out the back,
Taking him behind the
like
shed.
some kind of dive bar, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back to this in approximately
10
10 hours.
Yep.
So,
That's all? Oh, okay.
gonna do the giveaway. Yep.
Leslie, you won.
So we will.
Oh.
Leslie, you won. So we
Yay.
will pick up.
Awesome.
Yeah, send me stuff by email so that I remember to do it. If you don't do that, I forget to do it. So do that thing. Cool.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a 15-minute break, and then we're gonna come back with our final group, Group 6, before we cycle back around to see what's happening with the ones we've already seen. So Group 6 will be coming on in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hang around. There are still Easter eggs in the ads. So, I mean, in the breaks. So, stay put. But also go outside and breathe air if you've been watching the whole fucking thing, and drink some water because, guys, it's a lot. We love you. We'll see you in a bit.
Bubbles blow across the battlefield, causing some of the combatants to look around in confusion. A few autumnal Eladrin exchange looks before turning to keep moving in search of stray summer forces through the forest clearing. They're stopped by 4 identical goblins, all dressed as if they were ready to go to the circus. They somersault and bound around, giggling, joking, laughing. It would be charming if it were not war. They hardly know what to do before one feels an invisible kick. From the corner of their eye, they swear they saw a clown, but as they turn, there's no one there. Scrap begins cackling, all 4 of him in a headstand. He knows there is indeed an invisible clown. Now! 2 buckets of soapy water fall from the trees, and the Scrats run across and around and between, with ropes tangling the legs of the Eladrin. Then the circus goblin seems to flash stun those fighting for autumn with a twirl of his beautiful robes. One of them, one of the Eladrin that is, has a pair of leopard print undies hanging from his ear. Only one of Oberon's men stays on his feet, but is still tied up for Scrat. But out of the shadows a cackle fills the air, and a streak of green is seen flying across his field of vision. The last thing he sees before his untimely demise is a saggy bikini. Miss Ickle, Scrat, and the unseen Bernard run towards the real fight, having picked off numerous of Oberon's strays. They know they need to get into the thick of it now. They move as quickly and as quietly across the field as they can. They pass a spot where a long line is burned into the grass. Another spot where stones lay on the ground in the shape of hands. Scrat tells Miss Ickle he knows it sounds crazy, but he thinks this is the right direction. The way the fighting gets worse. Miss Ickle laughs and says it's her middle name. Bernard says nothing. They duck and weave between legs and past brawls. They do everything they can to get to where their allies are, where the lady is. Then they hear it, a call from ahead. It's Shadow. They can't quite hear her, but she looks angry, and not her usual grumpy anger, but a brutal rage. Scrat puts an arm out to stop Miss Ickle, and Miss Ickle recognizes the look and says they need to run the opposite way. Bernard and Scrat listen. As they run, they feel the flames on their back, and the explosion hits. The ringing, it hurts. A terrible liquid is poured over Scrat's face. "My lord?" It's all she had to wake him up. Miss Ickle shakes him and urges him to his feet, But when Scrat reaches out for Bernard, he's not there. Bernard isn't there. Scrat cries out his name and looks around. Then he gets a slap in the face from Miss Ickle, her perfectly manicured nails cutting his cheek. She yells at him to snap out of it. They need to move. Scrat does with her help, and they run. Along the way, Scrat cannot help but laugh. He casts Unseen Servant, and Bernard is there again.
Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome back to our Gallant Horde Season 1 finale. We are now in Phase 2, Group 5. We have 2 more groups to go, and then the end thing, which is pretty bonkers. I'm very curious to know how many NPCs people could identify in the last art reel, because I had quite a lot of fun putting that together and going, haha, I bet they won't know. Our giveaway for this section of the thing is coming to us from Matt and Nick. Matt, do you want to tell us about it?
Oh yes, we are giving away a classic mug from the Firbolg store to somebody who wins any of the classic mug
Yep. So pick your design from our designs. Exclamation point shiny thing, as always, in the chat to get that thing. I'm gonna roll your potion of resistance. What do D10s look like? I don't even know anymore. It is a fire. Fire is
Oh,
the
that would have been
resistance for this thing.
would have been helpful 2 missions ago.
So, yeah, but that's not what you got on that one. Is there anyone who would like to give us a little recap of what happened in your previous session? Because it's been many hours since then, and it's now 4 in the morning in New Zealand. Anyone want to give us a recap?
Very, very good negotiation happened. Very few people listened, but overall it went great, and unless except from 3 people who got a little bit aggressive, and they came to our faces and started hitting them. And the big prey dragon got mad and just like put a few people unconscious. And Greth was taking one of them out to discipline him.
Okay.
Overall,
So Amnon cast Calm Emotions.
Oh yeah.
And it took on everyone except for this one guy that Greth then decided to remove from the situation. So initiative-wise, we're at the end of Greth's turn. Which means I think those guys are dead. Oh no, they're there, but they're calm now. So they're
Very
not gonna
calm.
do anything.
Yep.
There are a couple of druids upstairs, but they kind of haven't got involved, so they're just going to chill for now. Wasitum, do you want to do anything at this juncture?
Yes. First of all, I would like to drop my Spirit Guardians, so you can remove one of my auras. I think you can remove both because one of them was for Calm Emotions anyway. And I would just walk to the dragon and say, "Hi, we haven't been introduced. I very much like what you did back there. Like, no fighting here. You took everybody like without violence. I like you. Who are you?"
He opens one eye and looks at you and says, "I'm sleepy.
Nice to meet you. And I'm following Greth.
Please go away."
To the extent of my movement, I will actually just on the way spare the dying on one of the hobgoblins that is on the ground and
on the ground.
follow Greth. That's my
Okay.
turn.
Is anyone actually gonna be doing combat-y things at this point? Because basically everyone has been disabled apart from, well, yes, you, but apart from you, and the guy that Greth has grappled and pulled out of the room. Okay, so we don't need to stick to initiative in that case. What are the rest of you doing? Greth is dragging this guy away. Wasitum is following. What are the rest of you doing?
So Chuck, seeing as I'm still right there with 2 guards adjacent me, will look to them, palm to fist, and look at them just expectantly to see if anything further will happen.
They are just chilling. They're just staying there. They're not getting involved
Very
in
good.
the fracas. Yeah. You get the vibe
Oh.
that they have a very particular job, and this is outside of their job description.
In that case, I'll nod and wink. And
What
then
about the
scan
rest of you?
room.
Amnon will kind of take to the center of the room, and now that we have identified some that will outright refuse to listen, the Queen of Summers doesn't want to change how everyone lives their lives. She doesn't want to force anyone to view any one way. She wants to give everyone the right to live their own life. You will not be forced to change your ways unless your ways bring harm to others, as these three have clearly shown that they will follow. We just all want the right to exist. That's why we feel the Queen deserves to be back on her throne. To give us all the right to exist and live our lives, as short or long as they may be. I think that's at least worth listening to and hearing out. Any reasonable person would agree. Does anyone object?
No one objects out loud.
This is the game of politics. Hide in the shadows what you truly believe, and that's okay. Everyone is allowed their own beliefs and their own thoughts until they bring harm to others, and then that's when sometimes needs corrections. And again, that's okay. There is something going on that is, well, quite frankly, above all of us. We are all just part of the game that is being played, and at this point, our part of the game is to sit back and let those that would know better than us do. Cause no harm, bring no harm, and continue to drink your wine and eat your food. Because after all, that is what you want to do. And at that point, he'll have a mage hand float over to I'll ping the table, that table
Yep.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And the mage hand will pick up whatever chalice of wine there may be, and he will refill everyone's cup as a gesture of goodwill. I happily refill your cups. Drink your wine and do as you do. And the mage hand will float over to another table and another table and another table. Everyone's cups will be refilled. I don't ask you to change how you live your lives. We ask you to change how you affect the lives of others. And then he'll just stand there and do his odd poisoner things and just generally probably make people uncomfortable.
Please define for me odd poisoner things.
So he will, as he's talking and having the mage hand go through, he'll pull out a vial of something and just kind of mess around with it, sprinkle a little bit on that center porchway there, or center like pyre.
Fire, yep.
And
it's lit, by the way. It's just not lit in the picture, but it would be lit. Yeah.
That's even better. He'll toss some of his ingredients into the fire and see the different changes in color and just kind of smile and look around and enjoy and seeing how many people actually start drinking the wine.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Sure. He's not great at those, but he's not bad at them. 18.
Okay. It takes a little while. These are not the most trusting of beings. But eventually, a couple of them cannot resist, and they start like drinking the wine, and kind of conversation starts up again. It's a little bit muted. You know, it's emotions.
How long does calm emotions last? Up to 1 minute.
Cool. So at about this time,
That would be
he would absolutely be willing to recast it.
okay, are you going to do that?
Yep.
Cool. Where are you casting it?
We'll
It's
keep
the
it in
same
this. Yep, we'll keep it in the center there because they were the ones that seemed continuously aggressive. So, yep,
So it's
it'll be in
wisdom save,
charisma.
yes? Oh,
charisma.
Okay. Cool. So we have a very charismatic frost salamander. Oh wait, no, he's actually a druid. Oh, it's not a lot better. Nope. What's your DC?
18.
Probably higher than 6.
Yep.
That is another druid. Oh, come back. Another druid. 15.
Nope.
A hobgoblin. 14.
Nope.
2 Eladrin. Nope, wrong one. 18.
Meets it, beats it.
And 15. Okay,
Nope.
so one of them, we'll go with this guy, is no longer calm. This guy is the... Can't remember if the yellow was calm, but I'm making it calm now. Chill, bro. The other hobgoblin. There's a lot of rolls. The hobgoblin is gonna roll charisma. 18.
18 meets it, beats it.
And then the 2 salamanders. $13 and 7. Okay, so one of the Eladrin kind of shakes their head, and then looks around and is like, and okay, rewind a bit. Graith, let's deal with
Yeah.
your thing. You have a minute
Yes.
before this
Cool.
happens. So what are you doing?
I'm going to drag this guy outside and then just kind of where are the? Let's see if I can get to the stairs. I'm gonna get him over here, and then drag him like to the stairs and just kind of throw him down the stairs a bit. Like, you want to fight or you want to pick?
Make a, I guess, shove attack. So
All right,
that's it.
athletics or
Yeah, sure. Athletics. Let's go with that.
All right, cool. Let's see. That's hey, I forgot I got better at that. 23.
Yeah, you absolutely can shove him down those stairs. He goes topsy-turvy down to the bottom.
And then I just take a stance and just kind of like, you want to keep going? Here's the place to do it. If you want to get out of here, get out of here. You're not needed.
He stands up, kind of dusts himself off, folds his arms and looks at you for a long time. Just like daring contest happening there.
At this point,
Yeah.
was it next to Grath would just say, okay, so you seem a little bit stubborn, so we're going to give you a timeout just to think about what you've done, and when you come back we will talk about this, and he will cast banishment on him.
Yes, Amnon.
His save is actually 19, not 18. I forgot he has a Bloodwell Vial +1.
Okay, cool. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, so I need a charisma
What
save.
am I doing? Charisma save. Thank
Yes.
you.
Charisma save.
No, he is banished.
Poof. Time out.
He's down here now, but he's banished. So the guys who rolled 18 were nope, not that one. This one.
So Greth will just be like, I guess he decided to go because Wasatum's behind him. He didn't see it. Oh, all right.
Okay, that changes things because that Eladrin now is also calm. So inside the house, everything's chill. Outside the house, everything's chill. Guy's banished. What are you doing for the minute while he's banished? Are you doing anything?
I offer a cookie to Greth.
Greth will eat that cookie. He's like, it's really hard trying to be intimidating. I don't know if I'm pulling it off.
Oh, you're doing so great, honestly.
Am I?
He didn't want to show it because he's like proud and stuff, but
Oh.
yeah, I mean, if he was not intimidated, he would have attacked you, so you're doing great.
So I was staring so hard into his face, trying not to laugh. So I was like, that just seems weird. He was just staring at me. So
The key
I
is
didn't know
not
what's
to
going on.
blink. The key is not to
That's-
blink.
Yeah, I've had a little practice at the monastery, thankfully, because I don't know what I would have done otherwise. He's really good at not blinking. Man, that was pretty intense. Oh, do you want to go back inside, or should I wait out here in case he comes back?
I mean, he will come back in like about.
Only a minute. Yeah. So
He'll be back in like 30 seconds ish. So
Do you want? You can go inside. I'll wait for him out here. I'm not gonna let him back in. He doesn't seem like he's in the space to talk. So I'm just gonna make sure he stays out here until he calms down.
okay, sure. I'll let you know if something happens. Okay.
Cool. If anyone else needs to go, just yell and I'll drag them out here too. We'll just have we'll wait out here.
Yeah, no problem. So
Alright,
was it
lit-
would get back in and let everyone say, okay, everything is chill here. How are we going? How are you doing here?
everything is chill here too for the next like 30 seconds. Yes.
I was gonna say, as you know, all that's going on, and they all stay calm. Amnon would make sure that their 2 wine glasses are also brought up to the 2, and he would come up there with them and have the wine glasses delivered to them. Again, we just want to let everyone live their own life.
Take them because they're really chill right now.
Mhm. And as soon as calm emotion starts to go again, he's gonna cast it again.
I'm gonna just roll for them and no, I better roll for all of them. So, Druid times 2. No, charisma. Charisma is different to wisdom. Nope. Nope. They all failed again.
Okay.
My dice hate me. The other guy outside pops back out, and he's like, "What the hell was that? That was not. What did you do? It was weird and
that was-
uncomfortable, and I
That
don't
wasn't
like it."
That wasn't you. I thought you just took off for a minute.
No, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Washington never explained what happened, so he just,
And Wasden went back inside, right?
yep.
Yep.
Well, it must have been you because it wasn't me, so it must have been you.
I can only vanish myself. I can't vanish other people. Well, I mean, maybe if they want to, but I didn't try to do that to you. I thought you were gonna fight me. We were staring and like,
Do you want to fight me?
I don't know now. I mean, like, I don't know what's going on in there. I just know I'm not supposed to let you back in.
We still
Why
have the
not?
group chat, just so you know.
Yeah, you do.
But
stuff.
I'm not telling him that.
No, yeah, I'm just saying.
Look, this is very strange, and I'm discombobulated.
Maybe you should just go home and like just check with your family.
Sleep
There's
it
weird
off.
stuff going on. Yeah, no, like there's weird stuff going on. You might want to just check in, see if they know something, because I'm starting to not be sure if I know what's going on. So maybe you should do that.
Feeling a strong urge to punch you in the face. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
I get that a lot.
He turns around and walks away. He just takes off down the road. Or the pathway.
I wait. I'll make sure he's got a good distance, and I'll head back in.
Cool. Amnon, how are you just going to keep doing this forever? What's your plan?
As soon as what Amnon's trying to do is he's trying to make a show of the 3 of the ones that were attacking. No one else is responding to it.
Yeah.
No one else is coming to their aid. No one else is coming to defend them. No one else is coming to save them.
No.
So this next time that Calm Emotions drops, right before it drops, he would say, "Now, this is your chance to make a choice. You've seen where everyone stands. You've seen what happens. Again, we just want everyone to live their own life. Make your choice. And he will let calm emotions drop.
I'm gonna roll for it. This is the man and woman. They appear to be husband and wife. The man looks at you, looks at the wine in his hand, gets quite a shrewd look on his face, and then takes a sip. The woman stares at him for a long moment, and then sighs heavily, turns and looks at everybody else there. Very well, I suppose. We will stay and drink the wine. See where the chips fall.
Wonderful. That's all we wanted. Your
Go.
your decision to listen and wait. And he'll lean real close to them and just kind of get that Amnon smile. Is appreciated. And I hope you know that if you are ever afflicted, you can come find me in my hospital, and I will treat you as I would any.
Afflicted. With what would we be afflicted?
Oh, with anything.
Well,
He's very good at what he does. I've been his patient. Super cool. Recommend. 5 stars.
the woman turns in the most almost dismissive way and moves back to the table and sits. And her husband, after a minute, follows her there and sits. They both still look super haughty and like, but they've settled. The druid behind you will turn back into a person. As the calm emotions drops. So I assume whatever this line was has also gone away.
It was
Not
Wall of
technically.
Thorns,
It's
I
Wall of
think, right?
Thorns.
It's still there, is it?
Yeah,
How
I'll
long
drop it now. I just
How long
didn't
does
want
it
to-
last?
It's concentration, so it's 10 minutes.
Oh, cool. Okay. Hang on while I remove the calm emotions, because I'm sorry, I've reached the point where I can't actually think about two things at once anymore. So I'm going to take the line away. From the side, there is a long, slightly sarcastic, but about 70% heartfelt applause. Well, look at you doing the diplomacy.
Weird, huh?
Now what?
Now we eat and we drink, and we have fun, waiting for whatever happens to happen.
Indeed.
We didn't.
Time
May
may
I-
tell.
May I ask you a question?
Who's he asking?
Probably a combo of Amnon and wasn't him, because you've kind of led the charge on this in terms of the diplomacy. Anyway,
To ask?
what was your goal here?
What
Am-
we just said. Eat,
Eh,
drink,
eh.
wait, be happy.
Amnon will look at. It was Razine. Is that who asked?
God, sorry. I've lost.
Brazil?
Brazil.
Yes.
Brazil.
the-
It was Brazil.
Brazil.
Ambassador from Prismere.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Amnon will look over at him and. Well, I mean, our goal was to identify who would be a problem. Our goal was to, as it were, secure the court.
Do you feel you have
We-
achieved that?
I feel we have shown what we need to show. We have shown that we don't just rely on violence, and we are willing to listen and let people live their lives with the understanding that should your living your life cause undue or unnecessary harm, that repercussions will be had. And that goes on a two-way street. Of course, if I were to cause undue harm to one of their loved ones, I would expect nothing less but for them to exact,
Their pound of flesh.
sure. And me personally, I wanted to show that this game of politics has many, 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 many more dark holes and shady dealings than what some people like to believe it does. And I think I made that point pretty clear.
You made your point. However, you did not achieve your goal. If your goal was to find out who was going to be a problem, all you achieved was finding out who can't hold their temper in check. And that is not the same thing. The real problems are the ones who can hold their temper in check.
But those who can hold their temper in check now know a little bit of what we are about and know that it's probably
Oh.
their best.
Honey. Yes, that's exactly what they know. You just make the mistake of thinking it makes them respect you. It doesn't.
No, don't worry about that. I never expect anyone to respect me. It's just a matter of, letting them know what the situation is and that we are not about violence. We are able to, but we're not about it. And that we just want stuff to go peacefully.
Thing you are not grasping here, and I'm going to try one more time, and then I'm going to go back to Prismia and leave you to your mess, is that violence is not always swords and clubs and werewolf claws. Violence is also sharp words spoken at just the right moment. And clever whispers in just the right ear at just the right second. And those are much harder to weed out, my dear. And these people are experts at that business. If you only look for the ones who will punch you in the face, you will only find the least dangerous. I cannot tell you which of these people will stab you in the back, and I do not mean that literally. They would never be so unsubtle about it. I don't know how you uncover that, but I'm telling you right now that what you have uncovered so far are just mindless bullies.
Chuck will step forward at this point. We have had time with the Queen, and in that time, it was the first that another had shone their light, shall we say, within my brain, within my mind and my thoughts. Is that the light that you speak of that would show any hiding under the oak that the weeds are still there? Is this what you speak?
There's a way, if you have the abilities and skills to do it and get past the defenses of people who honestly have probably been doing this longer than you have been alive.
I have some skill, but limited to what you say.
You are not subtle people.
Oh.
No. We are
That
tall.
might prove problematic for you.
But you know,
How-
what we have tried to do today, we are perfectly aware that this is a short-term kind of situation. We, as you said, like the people who are the most dangerous will wait for the right moment and just, yeah, act at the right moment. But this will be a little bit further down the line. Right now, we need to make sure that the change to the new regime goes without too much hitch, and the people who are hot-headed might have been the most immediate concern. The rest of them will, oh, you know, that's my belief. I am entitled to my foolish and silly beliefs.
Clearly very wrong beliefs,
Um,
but sure.
Really very
Um,
wrong. But, you know, we are patient and we are
Well,
pretty stubborn.
I fear you may end up waking up dead in your bed one day.
You know what? People keep telling me that. That still doesn't happen.
It only has to happen once, dear.
I assume that happens to everybody who doesn't, you know, literally get stabbed in the back. You just don't wake up one day.
Yes, but you know what?
Don't
I
worry
wish
about
you
it.
luck. I do, because I honestly believe that your quest is noble.
In that
However,
case,
I am
Raziel,
telling you right now, as an expert in this field, that you have not begun to scratch the surface of this room.
then we accept your wish.
I will say this. I mean, it isn't part of what we're doing is trying to emphasize that this moment is not the moment for them to act, to wait until things settle. And I think a lot of them are pausing to consider their actions, not to do it now. I mean, it's what we've done is confusing and irrevocable, and nobody's been able to stand against us. That at very least causes them to pause to consider this new variable, no?
No
We are
doubt.
talking.
That's all we can achieve in one meeting. What you're talking about, I mean, you're right. I don't think I will live long enough to untangle that web.
In the Bonds, Chuck will mention, have we actually asked the court in this case where they stand? Because I don't believe we have.
I mean, will we get a real answer? I mean,
I think
guess
what I have heard outwardly is that we have made some assumptions about where they may stand. We do not know.
Well, I mean, I guess we could make them vote as we want them to now.
Well, we can't force them to vote the way we want them to.
We can no. What I mean, I'm saying this all in the group chat, obviously. What I mean is, like, they go with the crowd. I think we've made them afraid to go against us the same way the Druids, when we're making them afraid to go against. They would all back us because we are the dominant group in the room, and they fear being with the dominant party in any situation.
Correct.
I think what the concern is, though, is that
We're not
this
doing
is
anything
supposed
different.
to, yeah, this is supposed to be something that doesn't just happen in front of us, right? We want to see who's going to be the people who, once we leave, turn back and things like that. Like,
Yeah.
so figuring out who is who are the people who are cunning enough to not lie about supporting Titania, but also find a way to bring that back around to then not support Titania later.
I mean, I think that's all of them.
Yeah, but what we don't know is what they understand about the whole situation. We know that the seals are involved in this capacity in the in the Queen's prison. We know that was involved. We know that was, but we haven't voiced that. We don't know where they stand in this because they've only heard Oberon's words.
Ray doesn't
Somebody
know
wants to
anything
tell
about
them.
that.
At that, does anyone have more information on the thing, because I'm not part of the council. I do not know this information fully.
I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say.
Hmm. I also don't necessarily think that honesty actually helps anything. If these people are liars themselves, like, again, they
They're-
care about
If they've-
power,
Yeah.
not
if they've-
necessarily
Greta,
getting
there's-
behind a cause. Yeah.
Mm. If,
Yeah.
if they've only received lies, though, they won't necessarily have the full picture.
Some people don't care to have the full picture,
No.
though.
But
If it
do you
keeps
think-
them.
Do you think the
Ju-
full picture would change the dynamic of power? Or do you think it would make them think it's more in their best interest in purely terms of political power to know the truth?
Just to
That makes sense.
clarify, everything here is happening in the group chat, so
In
they've
the
been
bonk,
staring
yep.
at us, looking at each
Yep.
other for
Yeah.
the last 3 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
That is exactly what is happening.
Wasitum would just like hold the thing and say, just one moment, we are like trying to figure out the right way to
Conferring.
conferring.
Mm.
I mean, at this point, I don't think we gain anything from lying. And
Correct.
I mean, if we lie or hide on purpose some truth, we are just playing into the games they've been playing forever and ever, and that obviously doesn't work. There's a new regime coming up. Might as well start fresh and anew. I say let's be open as much as possible.
Well,
I just.
what are we saying? Is that there's an infinite amount of truth. What is pertinent to tell them now? I know many things. I don't know if they want to listen to me go on about the astral sea for an hour.
You might be surprised.
Ooh. Well, I mean, if they show an interest, but I'm not going to lead with that. Don't know where
I
that
think
thought
also
came
that
from.
addressing them as a whole isn't going to help necessarily
many-
identify any individuals.
Well, I mean, what if there's some of us here who can, kind of read surface thoughts? I mean,
Mm.
we could run around and see if we get anything if we're lucky. I mean, we have to try and make that look not obvious, but
So at this point, I'll say if we get another bead on anyone that is worth looking at, that would be useful, because then I could at least check them and find further information that may lead to others.
that means
Yes.
somebody here has to talk in such a way that they will be thinking about the subject at hand. Loyalty, betrayal, Oberon, Titania. Like, someone has to get those thoughts in their heads so that we can detect them. If that's what you're truly looking for. I think this is a nest of vipers, and trying to figure out which one's not going to bite us first is a much longer game than we're going to have time for. Whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Wasitum would turn to the crowd and just like out loud say, we've been like talking a lot and maybe not talking the right way or something. Do any of you have questions for us? Maybe it would direct the conversation a bit differently. If you do, like maybe make a line and like one after the other, you can ask your questions and we can try to answer them as best as we can. We open books.
You can just call them out. If you have things you want to know, we will give the information we give will be given freely.
Yeah,
The
what he said.
information we give, no more.
Yeah, I have a question, says some guy at the back.
Yes, some guy at the back. What questions do you have?
Where'd she take our king?
I am not aware of that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
From my understanding, she took him in a place where they are both safe and dealing with the change of regime and the change in autumn situation. So probably a place with like great power or magic or something, I would say. But that's just a guess. Next question.
Another voice goes, "What's her plan? What's she gonna do?"
As far as I know, she wants to have another autumn in replacement for autumn, and go back to her position as Queen of Summers.
Does
I
anyone
will-
else know this? Or this is just
I was
Monster being like, here's some council business.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like, Greth doesn't literally know this. He's like, Greth would point out, like, if you were in her position and doing something, would you tell us when you send us here what that was? I mean, lying is a tricky thing, and look at us. I mean, okay, most of us here, I shouldn't speak for all of us, but most of us here aren't the kind of people who have the guile to hide that from people as yourself who are much more proficient in the ways of court and intrigue. Why tell us?
When Wazzatum says the thing about replacing Autumn, there is a combination of like derision, like that's not a possible thing, that's not a thing you can do, and kind of outrage at the very idea. Like what are they even thinking? This is insane. That's the vibe. There's like an up of talking, and it's all like, what the fuck?
Not trying to convince you, we're just answering questions. And like, if one of you is
I stand by my statement.
is magically adept enough to, you know, like zone of truth myself, or like just, you know, making sure that I'm not lying, feel free to do so. I will submit voluntarily.
As will I. If someone wants to know what I know, which
As I said, open book.
isn't a lot.
No one steps forward to zone of truth you.
Okay.
So, right now I have a question for you guys, so perhaps you can answer that.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see things moving forward? What do you expect us to do at this point? Do you want us to leave? Do you want us to die? Do you want us to just eat with you? It's okay to have multiple opinions.
There's a lot of mutter. And then the woman who was at the front earlier stands back up and folds her arms, and she goes, she thinks she will replace Autumn. What will she replace it with? Cannot replace a season any more than you can replace the concept of green.
This is an interesting point you raise, because isn't it true that Autumn tried to stop Summer?
Well, she left.
Imprisoned her. No. She was imprisoned.
She was sealed away. He broke the planes to keep her out.
So
He broke the planes. That's ridiculous.
Trust me, I thought so too, but it is. I've been to one of those like plane situations, and trust me, the thing was brutal.
I've seen them as well. He's desperate to do what he wants to do, and he does not care about the concerns or how it affects the rest of the worlds.
Just so you know, we have a very, very powerful magic user in like the Court of Summer and everything. That guy is like super amazing. Well, he's a gnome, so of course he's good. But anywho, he made like a very powerful magic item to protect us for what happens when we take care of the seals. And even with that powerful magic items, we got our butts kicked. It was brutal. So let me tell you, this like breaking the planes, this is not an exaggeration. The planes were fucking broken. No lies.
You have a gnome as well.
Oh yeah, me?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
a magic user, powerful gnome person.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's very fun.
I see. Can you tell me about him?
Not really. I haven't like spent too much time with him. I think you probably gonna have more like luck talking to like Indigo or Arto, I don't know. But like he's like a bit crazy. I like it. He's small. He has like not a lot of hair left. He's like, yeah.
It's bright blue hair. Lots of bright blue hair.
Yeah, I imagine him differently. Sorry, but like he speaks a lot. He seems to annoy the lady a lot of times, but she still trusts him. So that's most of what I know about the guy.
You know his name?
Yeah.
Will you tell us?
No.
I have spent a little bit of time with Zibilna and a few Fey people to know that this is probably not a good idea for me to be just throwing out names like that.
He sits back down.
I would say it appears that both the autumn and the summer are capable of doing things that none of us are aware of. You should consider that before you consider what's impossible and what's likely to happen soon and what has already happened. I mean, I'm sure it won't surprise many of you that they both hide things from you and don't tell you everything they're doing.
That's
Oberon
just
in particular.
politics.
Exactly.
But outside of politics, isn't it true that autumn always follows summer?
It's a cycle.
And this has been broken.
I'm surprised you really don't believe us about the planes breaking. You really don't believe about that?
Like nonsense.
I don't know if I would have did right away either until I saw what was happening. That's kind of hard to believe.
Just I think we can all agree here that I'm a fool and that I don't have enough imagination to come up with something like that, right? I think that's common knowledge at this point, right? So, and he would produce a minor illusion and try to recreate a very little scene of what happened with the SEAL mission that Wazitum was on. The explosion, the everything.
Was that that was Chaos and Ruin, right?
Chaos and Ruin, yeah. Just a cinematic version of the explosion and everything that's happened.
Give him a trailer.
Do you think I could come up with that from my mind?
One moment, please. And she looks up at the like mezzanine and she goes, "Boggy, could you come on down, please?" And you watch as a small being comes dancing down the stairs. He is wearing like a jester's outfit. And he has like one of those, like I mean, I want to say Commedia dell'arte, like staffs, because I'm a freaking nerd. And he like tootles in. He's got a like weird hat. He's comes up to like maybe her knees. He's probably even shorter than Wazitum.
I love your style.
And he stops in front of Wazitum, and he looks at the lady that was talking, and he says, "Hello, I am here. What do you require?" And he like bows, and she says, "Make up some nonsense for us." And he goes, "Some nonsense? Let's see. Did you know that the stars are in fact gigantic balls of gaseous heat burning millions and millions of miles away so that they seem really, really tiny to us?"
So they're...
And she like chuckles, and she goes, "You see, any fool can make up nonsense."
I mean, that's just talking. I was talking about just showing you. That requires artistry that, if you judge by my outfit, I do not have.
Maybe a little. That's a cool outfit. I just saying.
I know, but it's not from me. Like I got it from like Kolnas, and he was super stylish. Yeah. Like I got that from Kolnas, and then JeanLuc told me like a little bit how to like impose myself when I enter into a room and stuff. So like.
Wazitum.
Yes.
Names.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. Good call. Yes. So anywho. Yeah, so I mean, is there one of you, just one of you, who can read minds?
I can read minds. I will read your mind today. You are thinking, "Gosh, that Nilbog has the greatest style I've ever seen."
Damn, you're good. Okay, so come here. I'm going to think very strongly about what happened, and you can read it and tell people that I'm not lying.
He stares at you for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You appear to be thinking about cherries on cake.
That is a lie. I tried that. That is not good. I try not to think about that.
Oh. The signal must be out. One moment. And he like donks his head. And then he stares at you again. Ah! Now that's just nonsense. That can't possibly exist. You're very silly. There's
Right.
no way that an animal with a neck that long could possibly survive. It would fall over.
I thought the same thing. And let me tell you, these animals, when they throw up, it takes hours. It makes absolutely no sense. But
Ridiculous.
they
Cannot
exist.
be real. No way.
But I was not thinking about that. So you obviously have some connections problems. So I apologize for wasting your time. So literally nobody else, because I am completely open book right now for you to whatever I can do to show you that I'm not lying. Just tell me how it is. What would you like me to do to prove to you that what I'm saying is not nonsense? I would, quite literally, if I could, die on the spot as a gesture of good faith. Can't happen, but I kind of would, just for you to believe me.
The thing. Perhaps you believe you.
Mm-hmm. Because I was there.
You seem very sure. And it is entirely possible that you completely believe you. But that doesn't mean it's real.
I mean, I'm not talking about believing what somebody said, even if that somebody is me. I'm talking about believing what I saw and what I was there for. If I was not on a mission and just people had some reports of what happened, I would doubt as well. I doubted for months. But I was there and I saw it and I felt it, and it hurts to this day when I walk. This was brutal and the planes were fucked up.
Well, maybe the planes are fucked up.
But you just said
Maybe
that it was nonsense,
the
that it cannot
Summer
happen.
Queen can, in fact, replace her husband with... Who exactly is she replacing her with? Him with?
Again, no clue.
Again, would you were her? Would you tell us?
Well, I have no idea what she would do. She has some very strange ways.
She does.
Well,
Well, I might just go back to drinking my wine and see what happens next. She goes and she sits down and starts drinking her wine again.
So just to clarify, that was the same that who
Yep.
came forward.
Yeah.
All right. So of the other
Yep.
others that have spoken that weren't those three,
Yeah.
who where can you clock where they are, just so I can so we could actually, because
There were a couple of voices that were like from the back, like here maybe.
from the back, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so out that way, cool,
Yeah.
nice, thank you.
But they definitely had that like heckle vibe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not malice so much as just kind of being in the
Devil's
crowd,
advocate
anonymous in the
kind of
crowd.
thing, yeah. All right.
To the group chat, I say, guys, I have no idea what to do right now. They are more stubborn than Indigo. I don't know what to do.
They are all going to be stubborn. Like I said, I can only figure out what they're thinking for like a minute. It's hard to focus and do all the things we have to do and be aware of what's going on. I don't know how you want to. I don't know if that's enough, like to find anybody. You're thinking, I should.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, Amnon, go ahead.
I think at this point, we've done what we can. We've identified the ones that would have been brash enough. And as the ambassador says, the ones that aren't brash enough are absolutely a threat. But aside from attempting to just empty the court of life, I don't think there's much more we can do other than be ready if one of them decides to try anything.
Is there, just trying to think if there's any way we could get one of them to think the wrong thing at the wrong moment, set up a situation where they, oh, this is exactly the moment I'm going to choose to think about my evil plan to prevent Titania from taking her throne.
The chances of us catching the right person at the right moment, thinking the right thought, because I can read minds as well,
Yeah.
is not worth the attempt at this moment.
Mm.
I think at this time, we sit back and we wait to either be called back or we wait for them to show up. Everything is calm and at peace here. We have intermingled as well as I expected us to. Nobody is dead.
It's better than I expected. I thought they'd be too stubborn to listen to us at all. Some of them, not
Fine.
everybody, obviously.
Can I get perception checks from all of you, please?
Certainly.
I'm gonna use my Twitch inspiration.
Same.
Natural 20
Okay, that's
25.
better.
I already have
Cool.
advantage, so let's see.
Which inspiration?
22.
Ditto from Chuck.
Natural 20 for 22
18.
for Amnon.
Nice. 18.
18.
Okay. Are those druids multiplying on the mezzanine? Are they more than they were before?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. We'll be clocking that one very quickly.
Maybe some of us should move up there.
Can I?
Group,
Yeah.
in the group chat, I would say I've seen them done that. They do that a lot. They keep coming.
Oh,
do you
maybe.
think it's gonna be a problem?
Well, maybe if the weeds keep growing, maybe some of us should be up there to make sure they don't need pruning before they get out of hand. I don't like
Point.
spellcasters on the top of the stairs.
One of them leans over the edge of the thing and goes, "What a bunch of complete cowards you are. Look at you, sitting there, drinking your wine, eating your food, letting these beings of summer talk at you for God knows how long about God knows what else. Bunch of complete losers." And he is going to let off 2 shots of wildfire straight at Wasitum because
Mhm.
Can I? Are they? Is that a magical spell?
it
Or
is
is that
a. Hang on, let me look. Please hold for a half second. It is a ranged spell attack.
Then I
It's
will
very.
counterspell.
It's not specific,
Oh, it's not spell.
but I
Yeah, that's-
assume it's a
It's an
spell.
ability.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Spell-like ability, I think is what they call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, can I counterspell it basically?
I don't know. I
Well,
don't know.
if not, I have an interesting thing I've not tried, and I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay. You're gonna ask me
regu-
interesting things at 5 in the morning after I've been doing this for 21 hours.
know.
Yes,
I
let's
re-
go.
that's why I prefaced it now to give you a little
Yep,
mental
yep.
storage here.
Cool.
My arms can extend past Wasitum, and they're 10 feet long and have reach, and they are used to deflect all sorts of energy.
Uh-huh.
Can I use a reaction to deflect it from Wasitum?
Yes, that you can definitely do. The spell thing, I think, because it's not a spell
Mhm.
exactly, it's just
Mm.
like pew pew. It's like
A projectile.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, but the arms thing I will allow.
So what kind of energy is it?
It's fire.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just want to make sure. Then, yes.
He's
Well, I
gonna
mean,
try and hit him first, though. He hasn't
Yeah, yeah.
done that yet.
I know. I just want to before that. I didn't want to spring it on you after you're like, yes, I got it. Oh,
25.
I assume that's it.
Does that hit you, Wasitum?
Oh yeah. Oh.
All right, Griff, do your thing.
All right,
Then
it's similar to my deflecting arrows, except let me see. I just gotta check my rolls here. It's only gonna eat 10 points of fire off of whatever that was.
Okay, I haven't rolled the damage yet.
Yeah, if it goes, it has to go above 10 before it's not completely absorbed by one of my astral arms.
21.
Oof, that's 10 off then.
Let's roll initiative.
Just to that point, Jax, we're still within 10 minutes of the previous combat or not?
No, there's
No,
been a
that's
lot
right.
of chitter chatter.
Yeah, cool.
So I would say no. Okay. Really? That's what you're gonna give me? Ugh. Okay. Over 20. No one got over 20?
Yep, sorry, 24 for a net 20.
Okay.
Just rolled it.
Over 15?
18.
Over 10?
14
11.
for Amnon.
Whoa! 14s! Give me the 14s! Who got 14?
Amnon.
Cool. 13.
Me, Ms.
12.
11 for Wasitum.
Ray, what was yours?
10.
10. Who have I left? Oh no, that's all of you. I just rolled shit. Cool. So he shoots off this like fire at Wasitum. You can see obviously a bunch of these guys now on the mezzanine. Chuck, what do you want to do?
So now, which druid?
This one.
Sorry, I can't see. Oh, yep. So that ping there.
He's like right against the thing, but yeah.
Right. Okay. So, excuse me. I just need to catch up with the distance. Perfect. Okay. I am well within range. Okay. So Chuck doesn't have his astral arm hooves up anymore because they dropped after 10 minutes. But will quickly move to meet and say hello to.
He is elevated. Do you?
I can
do you
fly.
have? Okay, cool. Just checking.
No, that's fine. I have
Just
boots.
checking. Yep. Cool.
Hoof boots, if you will. Yeah, basically, I'll get in his zone, and I will first up do a 2 attack with the stage hooves. So,
Was it Tim? You are
Yes.
blinded at the moment.
Okay, cool.
so first out the gate does a 24 hit.
Yes.
All right. So the next one will hit then. That's a 29.
Yep.
Cool. So from the unarmed strikes, now they're not magical, a 10 and a 9 bludgeoning from the hooves.
Thanks. Okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I'll also follow it up with a psychic damage on one of them for 4. And I'll throw in a favoured foe on this one too, just to make
For
it
one?
clear that he's not wanted in this particular port.
Did you roll the favored foe? I was being an asshole.
Right, some of these I have pre-rolled, so yeah, I've done some blocks. So yeah, I rolled a 3 for the favoured foe.
Okay.
That's force damage.
Cool.
Yep. So that is for the action. For the bonus action, I'll pull in a flurry of blows, or flurry of hooves, as I like to call it. Does an 18 or 16 hit?
They both hit.
Perfect. Okay, so that one is a 10. Oh, sorry, the first one's 10, and the second one is an 11. And that is my physical attacks on the druid.
Cool. Great.
Who among the druids here is looking ready to attack? Is it just
All
that
of
one guy?
No,
You-
they all look pretty much. You get. No, I'm not going to say that. Carry on.
All right.
Yes,
all
they
right.
all look like aggressors at this point.
Including the ones that are near us. These
Oh
two guys.
no, those two have been there all along, so they're just like, oh, check it out.
Right.
Like they came back. Yep.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure here, but okay, I know they're upstairs, but if I can see the Eladrin that are up here, do they look aggressive?
No.
All right.
In fact,
well, then
they look very much like, oh shit, I was just standing here to stay out of the way, and now I'm in the line of fire. Fuck. That's what they look like.
all right. Then Griff will move up the stairs here and trigger his since his astral arms would have just faded, then he's gonna trigger them again. So the guy and this guy both need to make dex saves.
Natural 20
Alright, that probably saves then.
and 18.
That doesn't. These pre-rolls were awful. A whopping 7 points of force damage when my astral arms pop out.
Nope.
And I will. Darn it, there's just too many non-aggressors up here. I'll just pull out my sword and hit this guy. Oh. His first roll is not great. That is 17 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, cool.
They don't have
Then-
high AC.
Alright, that's okay. I'm gonna be rolling bad here for a bit. So that is 14 magical piercing. Another 13 in thunder. And then 14 radiant for the first hit.
Okay.
Just try to pick it up so it gives you time. Then
I appreciate that.
Then I will bump a little stunning strike on that. So he needs
Okay.
to pass a con save.
Not his strong suit. No. He is stunned. Oh, that hurts.
Cool. All right, I still have some move. Are these is this kind of something I can kind of jump over to get to the
They're
next
like
guy or
it's like
stand on?
shelves. It's like shelves. So yes,
Oh.
you can probably dope monk that shit.
All right,
but
because
they're
I
like-
want to like. Oh, right, of course, there's no place to land near him unless I want to stand on the. How easily could I stand on
You
this
can
guardrail?
make an
Just out of curiosity. How-
Acrobatics check if you would like to see if you can do that.
Batman check. Go on.
I certainly would. That would be a. Oh man, that's a 31. I rolled natural 20.
What are you sad about that? Yes, you can tightrope
I
walk
could've used
across
that in
that
a
thing
fight.
perfectly, like you are some kind of astonishing circus performer. Excellent
So
work.
I will be sword fighting the druid on the banister.
Yes, you're pulling full Inigo Montoya right now.
And that attack will be a natural 20. So
Nice.
give me a second
Who
while
will
I
be
do the
attacking the
math.
second guy?
Second guy, because I'm going to try and.
Yep.
Oops, sorry. Pause for math. So
for
that's
math.
going to be 14 plus 8. 22. No, wait, that's. Hold on. I have to add the crit stuff. 42 piercing.
So I'm getting real yawny. I'm sorry, folks.
No, wait,
Oh,
sorry,
whoa.
that's wrong. Not 32. 32, not 42.
Okay, I'll get it back.
Apparently, I gotta stop mathing. That will be. Let's see here. That is 24. Nope, I can't do that because I already did that. I can do this though. 18 plus 11. 9 points of radiant damage, and he
How
needs
many?
to
I'm
make
sorry.
29. And he
Got it.
also needs to make a con save.
18.
Just shy. He needed a little bit more. She tried.
Stun. Cool.
And yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it right now.
Cool. Amnon.
Amnon, seeing all this play down. First off, does the sleepy dragon react in any way?
Not at this stage, no.
Not at this stage. Okay. There are. What are the masks for? Sleepy.
Stunned. They're stunned.
Stunned. They're stunned.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, Amnon's gonna go ahead and target. We'll go with this first one here, and he's actually gonna target all 4 of them with one spell.
Okay.
One spell, and then he'll target one additional one over here. So
Okay.
he's gonna hit five of them with one spell.
Yep.
He is casting Tasha's Mind Whip. at 6th level.
Mhm.
I need intelligence saving throw from all of them, please.
First one is a 2. The second one is a 13.
Nope.
The third one is a 15.
Nope.
Fourth one is a 13.
Nope.
7. They all fail.
They all fail. Okay, so they all take 8 points of psychic damage. God, that's such a weak 8th level spell. It cannot take a reaction until the end of its next turn, and moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It does. It only gets
Okay.
1.
Cool.
And
That spell's not really about the damage.
no, it's about limiting them there. I know.
Yep.
Is that other one? Yep. So he will also, using sorcery points, cast Summon Aberration, and he's going to summon a Death Slot.
Cool. Boop.
Thank you.
It hasn't booped. There it is.
He will summon it because he can. I want to have control over it.
Yep, there you go.
Thank you.
You should have now.
He will go ahead and drop it up here. Right? Is that 90 feet from him? Oh, easily.
Easily, yeah.
And then I assume it gets a turn.
Yep. After you. So if you're done, then it can go.
I am done, so the slot is going to go ahead and make its 2 attacks. Jesus. 4, okay, so... Wait, where's the... Oh, it's spell attack modifier, okay. So, first attack on the one that it's right next to. 21 to hit.
Yep.
Second one... 22 to hit.
Yep.
So that is 2 hits at 110. So it deals. Jesus, really? 5 plus 14. So 19 points of slashing damage. And that's its turn.
Miz!
I will use a bonus action to take a potion of flying, and then kind of like hover up. And how tall is the mezzanine?
It's like a
area?
story, like 20 feet.
Okay, then I will
You
move
mean up to
and
it?
then
Is that what you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
so that I can see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Then I will do that and then move over just a little bit over there. And then I will say I really love slow learners. And I will cast Chain Lightning at this one right here, and then it will also reach out to the other 3 within the 30 feet, and it's a Dex 20 saving throw.
Who was your target? Sorry?
This one.
Okay, cool. Dexterity. Nope. Nope.
So, oh,
They failed. Sorry, I'm waiting
Okay.
for damage.
that's okay.
Sorry.
You're fine. Sorry, I wasn't sure. It's 49 lightning damage.
Okay. On all of them?
Yes.
Ooh.
And that's it.
Wasatum, you can't see, so you
Question.
have disadvantage on any attacks you make.
Question about that.
Mhm.
Would true seeing counteract my blindness?
I think it does, maybe.
it makes me see things as they really are. So I don't know. That's entirely up to you. I have other plans up my sleeve if need be.
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
that True Sight would let you see through things that are fuckery, but this is blinding you because of the light of the fire that has hit you. So
Okay.
this is more like that thing where you shine a light in your eyes and then you have to blink to see again. That's kind of what's going on.
Okay. Second question. This blindness is the gnome, right? Not the person. So if I were to shape change in some way, I could see again. Again, up to you. You're not obligated to accept that.
Like I feel like your shape does your sight change when you're a bear?
I mean, not necessarily bear, but like when I wild shape, for example, I become the animal. So, for instance, if I become, I don't know, a spider.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say in that case it would go away.
Okay, in that case, Tomb would, as a bonus action, cast Thaumaturgy and yell to the top of his lungs, "Didn't you hear, Mr. Sleepy? No fighting in the court. If you don't have respect for us, have respect for the court." And then I would wild shape into a squirrel.
Okay.
And just walk right there for the time being, and trying to clock who is like aggressive
I'm trying
right
to see
now.
if I have a squirrel. Please hold. I do not. Sorry.
It's okay.
You'll
We can
have
just
to use
I-
your
I'm-
imagination.
I'm orange. It works.
Yeah. Cool.
Do I see who seems aggressive at the moment?
Amongst the
Yeah.
courtiers,
Yeah.
none of them. They're all just like, oh fuck.
All right. And yeah, I would just. Yeah, I would try to wait to see if there is any response to what I yelled.
Okay.
That is my
Beisha.
turn. Do I have a save for the blindness, by the way?
No, it just goes away after a round.
Okay, cool beans.
Yep. Beisha?
Going to get up here. Probably take an attack of opportunity.
From the hobgoblin. Hobgoblin. $16.
Misses.
Cool.
And I'm going to place an erupting earth right here.
Okay, what does that do?
The ground churns. I need a dex save. 17. And they have advantage because they're druids.
How big is it?
20-foot cube.
Okay. So 21 for the first guy.
Saves.
$11 for the second guy.
Fails.
And 18 for the third guy.
Saves. Fails take 6. And successes. Nope, other way around. Fails take 12. Successes take 6. And it's difficult terrain.
Does that hit the slot?
Yeah.
Good question. Does that hit the
Okay.
slot? So deck save.
Oh,
Course.
from the slot? Okay.
Yep.
What is Dex?
That is
It
a
is
straight roll.
I couldn't see it when it was cast, so
That is a 7.
that fails.
Yeah. So that is
12.
also, yeah.
Bludgeoning.
Cool. What else you got?
Oh, that's a bonus action. Primal Savagery.
Cool. It's the druid's turn. Stunned ones are not going to do anything. This one is going to shoot wildfire right in Greth's face.
Is that a range attack?
Thrice. Nope. This one's going to shoot Greth right in the back of the head. Hang on, let me see if I can actually hit you from there. I think I can. Yeah, easy peasy.
Are these
Lemon
range-
squeezy. Yes, it is a ranged attack. Yes.
All right.
So first one is a 21.
That one I will deflect missiles with.
Okay,
So,
sick.
let me see what I have to do for that, because
I think
let's see that hit.
you roll and subtract it or something.
Yeah, I use my action to catch it. I just need to check what I rolled for my. Oh, that was not a great roll. So that's 25. The first 25 points of damage are removed or
Okay.
reduced.
Put that in your brain. The second one was a 19,
Nope.
and the third one was a 14.
Nope.
So one of them hits you. 30 points of fire damage,
And so that,
and
yeah,
you are
blinded.
blinded.
5 points of damage.
The one basically they're gonna just fire at the people on the other side. So another one is gonna fire at Chuck.
Sure.
14,
That's a miss.
13,
Miss.
16.
Miss.
Cool.
Come on. 22.
Another one's gonna fire at Ray. Oh, that's good. 28.
Yep.
21.
Yep.
16.
No.
The 2 hit you. So that is 28 plus 32 is 60 total points of fire damage, and you are blinded.
Wazitum will use his reaction to use his Tattoo of Empathy to take half of that damage.
Okay.
So you only take 30 and I take 30.
So that's 1, 2, 3. So I've got 2 more. So it's going to go for Miz. Because of that crack about not learning. 25.
Yep.
25.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Yep.
Excellent. So that's 22 plus 28 is 50 plus 30 is 80 points of fire damage. You're not a tiefling anymore. Ha ha!
I know.
Oh, hold on. That was fire damage?
Yes.
Oh, so I only take 15. I'm resistant to that.
Yes.
Cool.
This is all fire damage. I've got one more druid who can do something, so he's going to shoot at Wazitum because you have been causing all the trouble. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Try again, bro. That's a 16.
Just hits?
Oh, jeez. Okay, 23.
But yeah.
19.
Yeah.
So you will take 25 plus 31 is 56 plus 33 is 89.
89. I'm
Points of
down.
fire damage. Halved is fire
no.
damage.
You're right. You're absolutely right. So I was at 86. Let me go back to that.
And you are blinded.
Oops. Hold on. 89 times divided by 2 was
45.
45. Thank
44.
you.
44.
44 and blinded. Okay.
Oh, is Miss also blinded as well?
Yes, if you got hit, you're blinded.
Okay.
Cool. Those of you who can still see, what you see is who's not blinded right now?
Amnon.
Chuck's not. Yeah, Chuck.
Can you both make perception checks for me, please?
Sure.
14.
Got a 30. 3-0.
Okay, Amnon's a bit distracted by what's going on. Chuck, it is very clear to you, as you are looking out over this room, that some of these people are beginning to sneak out. They're just
Right.
fucking off. Some of these Eladrin are just like, actually, I'm under no part of this shit, and they're just leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just remove a few of them from the map because they're like, that's quite enough of that nonsense.
Have our favourite 2 of the 3
No, that-
aggressors left already, or
They're still there.
right?
They're
okay.
still there.
Cool, cool. Ah, Might get around 2 out of them.
Cool. I think actually this one's supposed to be down here. Righty. Ho. The dragon huffs. Rolls its eyes and says, noisy. And then it gets up and starts lumbering towards the door. It's also leaving because it's head. Oh no, it doesn't. It's gonna fly. It can fly. It's gonna fly. It can fly 80 feet. So it is going to. How far can you go, bro? Yeah, it can get all the way down there. So it's gonna just fuck off. It casts fuck off from the noisy people. Chuck.
Right.
Also, these guys, the hobgoblin's gonna disappear, and these guys are just gonna kind of step aside, like they're like, we're not paid enough for this. Nilbog is gonna hide. Okay.
So we've still got a druid, a couple of druids on either side of me that are looking aggressive. Cool. All right. I will, in that case, continue with my unarmed attacks. We'll stay with the same one. All right. So with the pre-rolls, we got a unarmed attack 28, which should hit.
Which one are you hitting? Sorry.
Sorry, the one to my south. So the one that I was that initially did the first attack, and a 30.
Yep.
Cool. Not a lot of damage on those two. 9 and an 8 bludgeoning initially. That one is still my favoured foe, and this time is a 5 from favoured foe.
Wow.
And, yep. Oh, I've got a little bit more on my favoured foe now. It's a D6.
Cool.
It's not just a D4, but my psychic damage came up with a little bit more than a 1. I got a 2 on the psychic damage, just to add some insult to that injury.
Yep.
Cool. So we've got those. Now with the flurry of blows, I will continue through with that attack of 21 and 26.
Yep.
9 and 8. Yep, 9 and 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Excellent. Griff, you're blind.
All right. That means I will. My first trick will be at this guy because I have advantage, which will cancel out the disadvantage of my blindness because he's stunned. So my first hit will be a 27 to hit.
Yes. Yes.
I assume that hits.
Yep.
All right, cool. It's going to be on do 16 piercing, 13 thunder, and 13 radiant damage.
That is enough to knock him out. He falls over dead. Kapow.
Excellent. And then I'm going to have to punch this guy, but my sword doesn't go that far. So that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Which guy are we punching?
Oh, sorry. I thought I went off. There we go. This guy, the guy who's stunned.
Yep.
Let's see here. Sorry, I just rolled 2 1s on the damage. So let's see. That'll be 10 piercing. And 10 bludgeoning. Force. 10 force. I'll get it right? 10 force damage, but that's all I got on that hit.
Cool.
So I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay. Yes. Do it.
Cool. This is going to be 30 to hit, so I imagine that lands.
That's gonna do it.
And that's going to be 17 force damage.
Cool. That's you.
I can still technically move. I'm just not sure where I'm going to go. I'm going to step off the balcony because I'm blinded and it feels weird to be walking on that. So I'm just going to stand here and, And also, at the end of my turn, he is no longer stunned.
Ah, yes. Excellent.
That's that.
Alrighty. That's you.
That's me.
Amnon, you're up.
All right, first thing Amnon's gonna do, he's gonna just kind of sigh and take out a scroll, and he's gonna throw it open, and he's going to attempt to cast Time Stop.
Okay.
Rolled a 22, DC was 19, so he does successfully
Okay.
cast the spell.
Yep.
Rolled a D4, he gets 4 turns.
Okay. Go.
So now I don't fully understand how this spell works. Like, he can cast spells, but it can't affect other people, can only affect himself. Is that correct?
Well, basically what he does, I think he's either slowing everything down or he's speeding everything up for himself. So either
Okay.
way, what it amounts to is that he gets to do 4 turns worth of actions
Okay.
before anyone else can do anything else because they're like in stasis.
Cool.
I know this
cool.
because it is one of Merith Dadov's favorite spells.
Okay.
I remember that.
Like that bitch.
So second thing he's gonna do. So his he now gets 4 turns to do stuff.
Yes.
Okay. He is going to vanish as he casts invisibility on himself.
Okay.
Next, he is going to, for the next turn, he's going to Dimension Door, because he doesn't feel like moving. He's going to Dimension Door, boop, right up here.
Okay.
That's 2 turns.
Yep.
So I've got that marked as cast. Then he is going to, the Aberration vanishes, by the way.
Okay.
Because invisibility is concentration, and so is that. Third turn. Sure. He is going to pop a little vial, still totally invisible, and drink it. And he is going to turn into an adult amethyst dragon.
I don't know if I have a thing for that.
Any adult dragon is fine.
Yeah. We'll
Uh,
imagine
it-
it's amethyst.
It is a huge dragon.
I can give you what color are amethysts?
Purple.
Purple.
I don't have a purple one. I could give you a blue one.
Perfect.
Cool.
And then for his final turn, he's going to go ahead and just let loose with his breath weapon.
Nice.
Straight down this hallway.
Okay.
It is a 60-foot cone.
Hmm.
Each creature in the cone needs to make a DC 20 strength saving throw, please.
So that's 3 druids and 3 Eladrin. So we will start with the Eladrin. I'm sorry, dexterity?
Strength.
Strength. That's worse. Wait, what's the DC?
20.
Oh, okay. 18, 11, 20. So one of the Eladrin succeed, the furthest away from you. And 6 for natural 20.
Ooh. Okay.
So the druid furthest away from you also succeeds.
So anybody that failed took 42 points of psychic damage. Force damage, and their speed is reduced to 0 until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And he's obviously no longer invisible.
I assume the saves take half damage?
The saves take half damage, and their speed is not reduced.
Yeah. Cool.
And yeah, he's good with that. That's his 4 turns.
Cool. Miz.
So the blindness doesn't go away, correct?
Goes away on the druid's next turn.
Okay.
So if you haven't done a turn with blindness yet, have you?
No.
So you're still
Um,
blind now, but it will end on their turn. It's a round.
Okay.
Basically.
That doesn't necessarily affect area of effect spells, correct?
No, because there's no
Okay.
attack roll. Yeah.
Then I will head in this direction. Oops, wait, there we go. And I'm going to cast Cone of Cold, transmuted to poison, so my allies are immune to that. And that is a con save of 20, and it's a 60-foot cone.
So from where you are, that will hit 1, 2, 3 of your enemies. I think.
Okay, hold on. I think I moved.
You probably want to move back.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
I can move like that way, or
Yep.
that way, kind of. Does that hit more people?
Yeah, then you can get that whole line, just not the very last. Eladrin.
Okay, hold on. Oh, this guy down here?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay. So 3 druids and 1 autumn person. What am I doing? Dex?
Con.
Con. That is a 5.
Yeah,
A
no,
4.
DC 20.
And an 11. Oh my god. And a 12 for the Eladrin.
So
they
they
all
all take
failed.
29 poison damage.
So this druid is dead. Wait. Alright, got anything else?
Yeah, so is talking a free action if I address people?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll just address the room and say, are you seriously letting these people do this stuff? They're not even Autumn, they're not even Eladrin. And that's all I'll say. And then just for my bonus action, I'll cast Firebolt on this guy, and that's at disadvantage because I'm blind.
Uh-huh.
That's a 15 and 18, so plus 12.
Yep, that hits.
15, 27. Okay. I was transmuting that one to also acid. 21 points of acid damage.
Cool. That's your turn?
Yep.
At this point, all of you hear in your head a warm voice. Familiar, comforting. And it says, "It is time, my horde. Come to my side." And you feel a tug in your belly that is a familiar teleportation-y tug, but you can choose whether to go or not. What are you doing?
Do we have time to say one thing before we get?
No, you need to choose.
I'm going.
Going.
That goes.
Amnon, you going?
Yes.
Okay. So, you are teleported to the ritual circle. You see...
I'm going as well,
Yes.
Breath. Breath is going.
Sorry, I thought you said yes. My bad. You see arrayed around the outside of the circle, Archfey, beings of myth and legend, stories, tales you've heard. In the center of it is Titania, standing next to Oberon. And she looks around at all of you and she smiles, and you can see the other Horde members also popping into existence around you. And she says, "Welcome. And we'll pick this up in about 2 hours' time, after the final group, Group 6, do their second phase, which we will do in about 15 minutes. So, we are going to draw the giveaway. Hey, you won your own mug. Woo! Oh, no, you didn't. Gavin won your mug. I read it
I'm
wrong.
saying.
Gavin won your
How
mug.
did I do that? I
Cool.
didn't enter.
Nice.
I just saw Matt/Nick and I was like, oh, you won. Okay, so we're going to take a short 15-minute break or so, and we will be back after that to see Group 6 in their maze to see if they can find the center of the maze in the time they have left. And then we'll be hitting the end of the story, so stay with us, folks. Go outside, touch some grass. It's getting light here in New Zealand, which probably means it's getting dark for some of you. Drink some water. We'll be back soon. We love you. See you in a bit.